everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. April will be here momentarily. As of right now, diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. You know, there's two different types of Steel Toe shows. And over the course of 9 years of doing this program, I've learned when to put on each hat, what kind of show it might be. There are shows where we have so many like news type items to discuss and funny video clips that I want to talk about, and they're just hilarious, and I'm excited to get to them. And we got to kind of go to like, hey, let's get into this shit mode, right? And then there are nights where I go, you know what? Why don't we just open 16 ounces of this is not me calling it this. This is what it says. Liquid Aloha in Big Wave. And let's just talk, you and me. I feel like tonight is that second one. Now, look, I got plenty of news stuff. I got lots of stuff I think April will like as well. Before she arrives, there's some house cleaning that I want to do. This is going to be a fun one, boys and girls. I got a text not too long ago from one Reverend Bob Levy. And I would like to say that Reverend Bob Levy and I, any disagreements or any issues or any misunderstandings that he and I may have had, water under the bridge. He reached out today. We all said, hey, what's done is done. Let's get everyone back together was basically the tenor of Bob and I's conversation. It started with Bob saying, oh, by the way, Chad threatened to kill me live on MLC today over the phone. To which I said, oh my God. Again, I learned my lesson last time. I'm not going to get directly involved, but I would love to cover it as a news story. I've learned to be more of a comedic journalist in my new era. But I can't ignore the shit. It's like Rocky and Rocky 2. Look, don't ask me to stop being a man. Don't ask me to stop being, as Mersh would say, an old school radio hack. That part of me will never die. I love train wrecks. What I learned is don't take part in the train wreck. Enjoy it from afar, spectate, and commentate. This is too fucking good. So I told Bob, I said, where's the clip? I'm live in a little bit. I'm like a newsroom where I'm like, hey, we go live and so on and so forth. We need a story here. He's like, look, it's not going to be up yet. Be patient, what have you. Threatened to kill you. And now, not that Bob's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? He's going to kill me. Bob's like, funny. He's like, he's done. Basically, Bob just going, he's done. And I got to tell you guys today, April and I together were watching Misery Loves Company from the second it started today. April and I are back on board with MLC. We were listening to it on our way to pick up the kids from school. And we were laughing our fucking asses off from the beginning of it to the point where we drove past Target. We stopped at Target to pick up headphones because we wanted to be able to have a headphone in one ear listening to it while we were talking to the kids. So we're planning the rest of the day with the kids. What do you guys want to eat tonight? What are we going to cook for you? We told the youngest, hey, we're painting your room for your birthday. What color do you want your room to be? All the while listening to Kevin and Bob go off in our ears. So went and bought a pair of headphones just for MLC. I had to tap out when we got home, had to, play with the kids and do all that stuff. Get the text from Bob, Chad threatened to kill me. And I feel like I missed an opportunity because April did say, do you want to bring the headphones in? Do you want to, play it? Maybe when the kids go outside and play or whatever. I go, no, let's just, forget it. Maybe she was right. Maybe I should have kept it on. And then I got an invite to do MLC next Wednesday. Bob says, everyone's cool and, Kevin's going to be cool about it. I'm like, I said, Bob, I am like an uber heel in the MLC universe. That audience, the super chats and everything else, I am their Damien. I am their Beelzebub. I am the great forked-tailed, fang-having, horn-wearing devil himself. He goes, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I don't know. But at any rate, it was great to hear from Bob again. It was great for the two of us to go, hey, water under the bridge. Nothing brings you together like a mutual hatred of Chad Zumock. I'm still not sure Carl and I have anything in common, but when something bad happens to Chad, we're texting each other. I don't know if we like any of the same things other than football. But we're guys with dicks. I mean, the chances are we love football. So at any rate, I wanted to share that. I don't have the actual clip. If anyone finds a clip during this show, I want to see it. It's going to be great. Adam Goldstein TV says big wave rules. All right, let's get into the chat a little bit because I want to play a Bob clip from MLC today. Then I want to go into, do you guys know about Mintzy from Barstool Sports? Dropped an N-bomb on a live stream today. Oh, boy. Everybody just shooting themselves right in the dick. Not us. Things are going gangbusters over here at Steel Toe. And it's driving all the right people crazy. That's why I titled tonight's episode, The Great Steel Toe Renaissance, or the Toe Renaissance, or whatever I called it. Whatever the fucking name is, that's what I called it. I called it that for a reason. But let's catch up with you guys so I don't get behind. KF says, this is good news. I like you both. Great. Get Bob on the show. We talked about that. We talked about him coming on here. We talked about me going on MLC. We'll see. We will see. Negotiations are ongoing. Adam Goldstein says, I'm glad. I like you both, but that whole thing really bummed me out. Me too. Me too. And then Bob tells me, he goes, all I wanted you to do was call me. I'm like, you got a funny fucking way of showing it by running me down and shitting on me all over the place. But if I would have known that, I would have given him a call and go, dude, it's a misunderstanding. That's not what I meant at all. Oh, boy. Dead Jester says, Chad must be feeling ballsy since he's getting a gun tomorrow. Somebody pointed something out. They said, Chad said, we're getting a gun. And that with his record, sounds like a straw purchase kind of a deal. I'm not sure. I don't know, but that was a really interesting idea somebody brought up. People saying Chad needs pills. I don't care. Chad's on the way to burning himself up. He deserves it. I don't feel anything that happens to Chad, I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad whatsoever. I don't, people say, I hope he gets better. I hope he gets it. I don't. Drop dead for all I care. It doesn't matter to me. If he does great in his life and becomes a monk, I don't give a shit. If he grabs his head from a fucking aneurysm and his fat heart stops beating, I don't care about that either. I'm not going to sit here and be a phony and go, I just hope the best for him. I don't. I'll be entertained by either thing. Good things, bad things. I'll laugh. Taste Fairy with $4.99 says, I've been told by reliable sources on Reddit that you've been missing all your goals lately. So here's Tree Fitty to help with your struggling show. Yes, I've been hearing that. I've been hearing from some very jealous people who thought this show would be done by now instead of continuing to grow in viewers and views and subscribers. I've been hearing that we haven't been hitting any goals lately, which is funny because we started this morning up $100. And the only way that can happen is if we met our goal and exceeded it by $100 last week. So that's really odd. And as I look back in the 2.5 years of Steel Toe having goals on the internet, there has not been 1 week where we haven't knocked out our goal for that week. Have there been individual days where we missed by like 60, $70? Usually if it's inside of like 40, $50, I don't even count it. I'm like, guys, close enough. Fuck it. We'll be fine. But have there been days where we've missed by like 60 or 70 and then later in the week we made it up? Oh, yeah, for sure. That's probably happened, I don't know, a dozen times in the last 2.5 years. But yeah, it is fun to watch people go with that lie of they're missing their goals because they need that to be true. That is nice to watch. All right, guys. Derek Chauvinist says MLC is still trash. It's great watching them and Chad eat each other. No, I thought it was April and I were both laughing our fucking ass off. This is really shitty. I made her go into Target. I dropped her off at the door like a gentleman. And I said, you go get the headphones. I'm going to stay out here and listen. And I did. Doc Till coined the term Schadenfreude, enjoying the suffering of Chad. Oh, yeah, I'm big on Schadenfreude then. Hutch Not Starsky says, Christ, at this point, Chad is rocketing toward S-word by cop. I can't rule that out either. I told April yesterday, I go, if he does get a gun, the only person I'm worried about is Chad. I don't think anybody else is under any kind of threat. She thinks somebody is. She thinks he could go nuts at like a club one night or something like that. I think he's the only person who's in trouble. If that happens. And that's me being honest. That's not even a joke. Adam Goldstein says, should be a good super chat day for them. Oh, yeah. If I went on next Wednesday, it'd be a huge super chat day for them. All right. Derek says, don't do it. The Tampa Accords are a template on how to make Chad destroy himself. Chad is deathly afraid of not being mentioned. You know, it's funny. Everybody made fun of those Accords, and they 100% worked way more than any of us thought they would. That is kind of interesting. We're guys with dicks, says Anton Slavic. Very PC of you, Aaron. That's true. We identify as male. Arnott says, I'm a fan of Chad, Steel Toe, and MLC. Well, aren't you a fucking unicorn, buddy? Andrew says, is April performing her wifely duties like Crowder said? Watch it. Watch it. Fucking watch it. Even got new coffee coming out. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right, Kyle W. The Steel Toe coffee is coming out. I'm really excited about that. In fact, Crescent Mountain and I are talking... Oh, shit. God, this is why I have April. I was emailing with him today while April was gone. She was shopping. Fuck. I'm talking to him on Wednesday about getting that up for sale. I think. Delco Lou says, watch out, Aaron. They brought your family into this, or at very best watched others and said nothing. Look, I told Bob, I said, we got some things to talk about before I come on MLC. I told him, I go, I'm not a yes at this moment in time. Turtle says, this Zumach guy seems like a real silly goose. He sure does, doesn't he? I'm a little late. Happy that you and Bob are cool. I am too. I'm very excited about that. Orange Boy gifting a membership to Dropkick Murphy's Oil Soap. Thank you very much, Orange Boy. Huge Erection says Chad's getting a gun for him and his black boyfriend. Mud Shark Army. Ooh, boy. Would be great to see you on MLC. Good. I'm glad you'd be excited about that. It's a possibility. Kmart Ready says you're probably right. I haven't seen video proof anywhere of you missing the goal. You can look at the length of our episodes. If they're 4:30 or 2:30, we hit the goal. That's typically what that means. Colt C says Bob threatened Chad. That is classic Levy spin. I don't know. I haven't seen. I'm excited to see the clip. That's all. Haven't seen it yet. Let's continue on. Alex says stream sniping is stupid, but I enjoyed Cardiff sniping Chad, sniping MLC. I always thought that was against the YouTube rules and regulations, personally. I always thought that you couldn't do that, but what the hell do I know? Right, continuing on. I drink too much coffee. Well, you can switch to our coffee. It won't cost you anything. Malevolent bystander calling our coffee e-beggar blend. It's pretty good. Oh, man. Aaron on MLC would be fun. Yule Gibbons says, there seem to be a few people who are fans of WB2 or Chad or MLC and Steel Toe. It's weird or disingenuous or both. I think our show fills the void of like morning show entertainment. Like we're an entertaining show. And the other ones they kind of watch is like a weird character study train wreck kind of thing. So I can understand that. People having... Because like you can't watch our show as like a train wreck research. We're just a hacky radio morning show that makes fun of people and does comedy. Like that's... It's kind of what you see is what you get. But those other ones are kind of like delusional psychopaths playing broadcasting, playing podcasts, doing an imitation of what they think it is. And that is kind of an interesting character study. I get that. Misdemeanor says April on MLC would be better. I I don't think you would get April on MLC. $2 from Sage. He says, got you a Bob clip responding to the Z-Man. No, I have that one. I don't have Bob's life being threatened. I don't have that one. Brian Bulb says, I agree with your assessment. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. Lando Walker nails it. It's like Regis and Kelly with swearing. Perfect. John Domingo says, that's why I enjoy your show. You entertain and inform. There you go. Chad and MLC just screamed at each other for 3 hours today. I only watched the MLC side of it. Taste Fairy says, wasn't Aaron on MLC once already? Yes, I was. I think that episode is still up on their channel. It did very, very well. Pragmatic Baxter says, MLC equals 2 bitter boomers and a doormat, brought to you by Tab Cola. Some people feel different ways about these things. Colt C says, I've seen the Z-Man lose at arm wrestling to a lady. Jared says, if Steel Toe packages their own coffee, they can trademark the process as e-bagging. I like it. A-hole Doug says, what's the worst swear word you can say on your show, Aaron? Cunt. I think cunt's a good one. Retard is another one. I'm not sure. Those would probably be the worst. Lily says, is it just me or does the camera look a little blurry today? We might have to do something with our OBS. I'm going to check out our today. We might have to see. It looks fine on mine. I don't know if it's like something YouTube's doing to some people. Like it looks okay on mine. Settings, auto 720. I could turn it up to 1080. Yeah, like here's what I'm getting on my screen. I don't think that looks blurry. Maybe a little. I don't know. I feel like now we're doing an Inception thing. I gotta get the fuck out of here. It doesn't look too bad to me. I don't know. Maybe April and I will go in there. One thing that happened is we had OBS up and the power went out in our house and then came back on. It did one of those blip things. So maybe we do need to go in there and fuck around with some stuff. Mr. Tony Soprano gifting a sub to Fats McGee. Thank you very much. 215 away from tonight's goal, by the way. Thank you guys very much for your generosity and contribution. Boomana says, it looks fine on mine. Yeah, some people have said that it's a little blurry. Some people have said that it looks fine. So, you know what? We'll go in there and we'll redo the focus maybe. Something might have got fucked up when the power went out. My bad. Your screen share was clearer than the live feed. Well, that was me on the live feed on YouTube. So, I don't know. Let's go on and continue here and check on I got a new thing. I got a thing here. B. Dablin, El Harible. Everyone loves Tukey. Is this where's the death threat? Can you get me a timestamp on the death threat? Oh, no, that is the timestamp. Okay. Interesting. We'll check it out. Your live feed is blurry, but what you screen share was crystal clear. That was me clicking it on YouTube. That's just what I have. Sorry. All right. Let's get into some things. Let's wrap up this MLC coverage because I don't want to do too much of it because I feel like I'm gloating a little bit. I don't want to be a disgusting pig man, of course. But I do want to throw a thank you to Scarface for $10 over on PayPal. He says, between Chad's criminal record and what he says on streams, I don't see any FFL selling him a gun. That man is delusional. Well, you got to remember, he lies all the time. Like pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. So the gun thing is not happening. Not at all. There you go, guys. 2:05 away from today's goal. Thank you very much. Oh, God, we're only 20 minutes in. Well, thank you guys very much. Keep that going. PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, gifted memberships. Those gifted memberships have been great for this program. So thank you guys very much. And thank you to everyone over on Rumble who's checking us out. So this is one of the things that had me laughing my balls off at MLC today. Again, without Chad, it was addition by subtraction. That show is amazing now. It's just Kevin yell. It's the reason April and I became fans of that show in the first place. It's two old guys fucking screaming and yelling at people to get off their lawn. You know, Chad brought that extra gay shit, and then it just kind of wrecked it and ruined it. And they rode that until their pit bull bit them in the throat. Now they backed off, fine-tuned it, and went back to what they're good at. Although I will say, and I don't hate Ray DeVito the way other people do, we can let Ray go. The interrupting when Kevin's on a rant, the not being able to read the super chats, the Wi-Fi. I mean, Ray is like one of those ball players who I'm not saying never. I'm just saying not right now. Like, let him play in single A and double A and triple A ball a little bit. And then once he gets a little more seasoned, Kevin can bring him up to the big leagues. But as of right now, I would say let him cut his teeth, as it were. So this is Bob talking about Chad on MLC today.
Speaking of whores, you know who's a whore? Your mother was a whore because she.
All right, that's never a good start. That's never peaceful. You know who's a whore? Your mother's a whore. I really don't see a détente coming here. If I would have told you 2 months ago that Bob Levy and I would be fine and he and Chad would be ready to kill each other, would you have believed me? Exactly. And here we are.
She let a man live in the house to pay fucking bills while she spread her legs and they beat up her little fat son. How fucking great is that you're so fucked up? Buy a gun because I guarantee you'll fucking put it in your fucking mouth, piggy.
It's just mean. Like it's just mean. And you know what it is? It attacks Chad's every insecurity. It attacks everything he's insecure about. And you know, I was going to give him credit way back in the day that he would bring these things up from his family and he would joke about them. If you don't want these things joked about, if you don't want them talked about by other people, don't bring them up on the show. Don't do that, because then when other people bring it up, you can go, hey, I keep that off the air for a reason. That's private. Could you respect that? But if you go on there and you make fun of it, like the fat kid at school who doesn't want to get bullied, so he makes fun of his own fatness so to try to disarm other people, you can't then go get mad about your friends making fun of that thing. You started it. But now Bob's using it to really crush this guy's soul, because you know that those are the insecurities that get to him. And he showed those cards, and that's a big mistake.
Okay, because they won't even sell you a gun. You're a criminal.
I'm buying a gun.
You have a fucking record. You can't.
I'm buying a gun.
Anything. You can't get gigs headlining. You're fucking done. You're done in this fucking business. Okay. And
here's where I will disagree with Bob. You can't be done in the business if you were never really in it. I mean, Chad's headlined as many times as I have. I mean, that's not, and I'm not even a comic. I'm a radio guy who does stand-up comedy a couple times a year. I have more headlining gigs scheduled than he does.
And if you're so badass, I will fly out next week. You sign a paper. We fight in your fucking street. You can film it, okay? You fucking big fucking fat piggy fucking loser. And I will fucking maul you in the fucking street.
And that's the end of the clip. And I have to be honest, I do want to say this to Bob. And, you know, with Bob and I being okay now, I will say, Bob, you're 60. I'm not saying you can't kick the shit out of him because he's 50, so it's not that much of a difference. But, Bob, you're 60. Don't go beating the living shit out of people at 60 years old, please. Can we avoid beating the shit out of people at 60 years old? You don't have to do that. But, we'll see. Boomana says, holy crap, that hurt me. It was so hard. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Michael B says, Reverend Bob can be a terrorist. Willie says, Bob, tell us how you really feel. Turtle says, Bob is like Voss in the sense of you don't want him actually to take a swing back because he's packing a sledgehammer. D. Gulag says, Bob was Chad's only friend. That's absolutely true. Now Bob probably doesn't mind me saying this, but when Chad was going too far and talking about April and talking about our kids and stuff like that, Bob was the one on the phone telling us, like, hey, don't lose your fucking mind. Don't, go too far, anything like that. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of this guy. And like, I think Bob's extra hurt because Bob vouched for Chad and tried to protect Chad, and then Bob turned on him. And I've said that numerous times. I'm like, guys, this guy's going to rip your throat out. This thing is going to turn on you. It's not going to be your friend. You can't control him. And I think that's what they're seeing now. Bob Levy speaking out about someone's deceased immediate family like this. Jesus fucking Christ, says Citizen M. I mean, look, if you're going to be a mud shark, you got to go mud sharking. Can't be upset. You put yourself there. No rules, remember? No holds barred, remember? That wasn't me. That's not my position. There's plenty of things I respect and I don't touch no matter how much I hate the person. But you set the mud shark rules with those guys. He comes from Stern. What did you think was going to happen? Oh, by the way, yeah, April's giant dump. Did I miss their super chat? Thank you very much for the $2. I do appreciate. Sorry about that. Citizen M says, I find his rhetoric despicable. However, if Gina croaks of breast cancer tomorrow, I want Chad doing a 24/7 laugh-a-thon stream. How dare he speaks on Chad's deceased mother that way? Gina's a wonderful person. And I will I sound like Jake now. But I'll tell you this. Here's why I can't feel bad about Chad when Bob says that stuff. Chad would do that to Gina regardless of what Bob said. Let's stop pretending that Chad says anything as a retaliation to what other people do. He's insane. Okay, let's continue on. Chad went after his daughter first, says John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt. Okay, I think, where are we at? 25 after? You know what? I feel good cutting it off there. And I know Johnny loves this shit, so maybe for overtime tomorrow, if we find the death threat, we'll dig into that one. How's that? Because I know that a lot of the audience doesn't get down with this shit, so I want to move on a little bit. I just wanted to tell you guys about the Bob thing. I thought a lot of our audience would be very happy to hear that. And also that April and I really enjoyed MLC today. It was very, very funny. Citizen M quit simping for Chad, says Hulkamash. He has no high ground. Citizen M's trying to play a character. Like, you aren't going to be able to help that. Like, Citizen M wants to be a character on these shows, and that's kind of his character, is the, say everything antithetical to what most people are saying guy, or like defend the most tasteless position guy. It's, what do you call that? He's a contrarian. I was going to say cunt. He's a contrarian. That's all. 2:05 away from this evening's goal. If we knock that goal out, we do a half hour of overtime, so thank you guys very much. You know the drill. We like to get under 200 by the top of the hour, and you guys are well on the way. We also like to get to 100 likes by the top of the hour. So give us a thumbs up and share the show, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because we are well over 9,600 subs at this point. If we stay on the pace we're on right now, we will cross 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month, which is music to my ears. All right, let's play another fun little short clip that we have this evening. I don't know how many of you are Barstool Sports people. In fact, before we get to this clip, I do want to talk to the audience about this a little bit. Is Barstool Sports kind of on the downswing? Because I don't... Alex says subs are easy, just buy them. I don't want to. That's lame and gross, and I wouldn't feel good about myself. That guilt would eat at me forever. But I just feel like I don't hear about Barstool as much as I used to. I feel like I don't hear as much about Dave Portnoy as I used to. Maybe because women haven't accused him of being a creep for a while. Maybe that's why I was hearing about him so much. But I just feel like, I'm not saying Barstool Sports is dead or they're dying or it's the end of Barstool. I just feel like they used to be up here and now they're kind of here, which is still good, but I just don't hear about them as much as I used to. Spy Pigeon says Barstool Sports drinks are good. Just seen them in the gas stations. Well, that's how you know they're good. They're in gas stations. Triple N says, I think so. They seem overbloated, kind of like Vice. Loaded Wrench says they've been on the downswing ever since the Alex Stein bit. See, I feel like it was even before that. Barstool Sports are just wiener guys talking sports to appear masculine, says Citizen M. Yeah, you know what? I've noticed that too. Whenever we talk about Barstool stuff, I'm always looking at these guys like, are they just talking about sports to prove to their parents they aren't gay? Because this doesn't look like a sports guy. I liked the old, like, the sports reporters. Remember that show on ESPN where it was like Dick Schaap and those guys? It was just old, drunk, fucking sports guys who like sat around smoking cigar. Like Bert Sugar would be on there sometimes. They just sat there in top hats, smoking cigars, drinking, and talking shit about sports. Now it's like guys who grew beards because they have weak chins. Hey, stop it. And now it's just guys like fat, lumberjacky looking guys, but guys who have never picked up an axe before. Hey, stop it. Like talking about sports to prove to their parents that they're not gay. So Barstool's never really been my kind of thing, but I really hear less and less of them in the last year or so. They have a guy named Mintzy, who's kind of like their fat stunt boy in a way. Like he's kind of like the chubby, ugly guy that they all make fun of. I think he almost got fired once because he's friends with Alex Stein. Like just, you know what I mean? When I say Barstool seems like they talk about sports so their parents don't think they're gay. Like they almost fired a guy because he's friends with Alex Stein. This guy's friends with Alex. We should kick him. Should we kick him out of our treehouse? I saw him hanging out with Alex, and Alex has cooties. And I get, like, this poor Mintzy had to, like, prostrate himself publicly in front of Dave Portnoy and, like, fucking beg for his job because Dave was so, and this was before the Dontarius thing at the Barstool place. This was just from Alex Stein talking shit about Dave. Dave got so sensitive about it that just Mintzy, like saying, oh, I like Alex. Alex does good work. Alex Stein's a funny guy. I've known him for a while. That set Dave off to the point where it's like, maybe I should fucking fire this Mintzy. And then he taunted this poor fat kid and like dangled his job in front of him and made him like beg to get it back. All because why? Some guy in Texas talked shit about Dave and Dave couldn't handle it? Knock it off. So here's Mintzy on his live stream this morning. I don't know. He's quoting a rap song. Oh, yeah. You see where this is going. He's quoting a rap song, and it got away from old Mintzy a little bit. Let's check this out.
Gotta get some yayo, double up, nigga. You know what you need, like.
Now, that hesitation, was that him not knowing the words? Because I can't find anything but a 5-second clip of this anywhere. Like, I can't find, like, broader context. I've been searching Twitter for, like, a half hour before the show. Could just find 5-second clips. Is he hesitating because he realizes he just dropped an N-bomb on a fucking live stream? Like PewDiePie did on the bridge? The N-bridge? Or is he so stupid that he just dropped the N-bomb and then just kept trying to do the words? Let's try to freeze it as soon as he says it and see if he catches himself too late or if he's just trying to do the rest of the song and he's too stupid to realize what he'd just done.
Gotta get some yayo, double up, nigga.
See, now, that might be an oh shit. And by the way, Mintzy, I know that your gimmick is you're a big fat slob, but Jesus Christ, man, a little bit of respect for yourself. Because that's a big stain on his shirt, and he's got like a bed sheet or a robe on. Although the way he's doing this stream, a white robe does seem to make sense. So he did get that part right. He's just playing a character. But like, do you have a little bit of dignity? Like, this is what I mean about Barstool. It's like, this is what they think guys do. Guys take their fat friend and they make fun of him and make him wear mustard on his shirt and do fat. Get it? He's the fat, ugly guy. No, that's what like morning zoo radio shows who are trying to buy masculinity do. And that's kind of the gimmick I'm feeling here, is that this poor bastard has to do mustard stains on his shirt and do jackass type of shit just so he can have a job with Dave. And like I said, that Alex Stein thing was beyond disgusting. But this one, we're gonna see how much Mr. Free Speech Dave Portnoy is. Seeing if he defends Mintzy or if he, kind of throws him aside. Because is he in charge still? Because they got bought out by somebody. They might be still letting Dave run it, but he doesn't own it anymore. So if the big gambling company that owns them says, hey, we can't have people dropping the N-bomb. I mean, they spend a lot of money on, sports betting and shit like that. Can't have it. You got to let them go. We'll see. But I want to see, you guys tell me, is this an oh shit moment or is he just plowing forward.
Gotta get some yayo, double up, nigga. You know what you need, like.
Yeah, see, that was, that was him. That was an oh shit. That was I'm sorry I did that. I'm embarrassed that I did that. Yeah, Loaded Wrench says, even Booker T said, what the fuck? What are you doing? Mintzy is literally slang for gay in the UK, says Triple N. Yeah, I feel like there's a very thin veneer of like guyness in Barstool Sports. And if you get past that little thin veneer, it's a lot of like soft pussies after that. And I don't even mean that in like a necessarily insulting sense. I just mean it in that, like, you saw what happened when Alex went in there. They all just they were in their studios going, oh, but what's he going to do? What is he doing? Is he going to do something? I don't even know what this guy's going to do here. And they all just all these big fat guys with beards just standing there. And nope, nothing. Mad Max Mardigan says, I always thought Barstool was only popular amongst overweight gay men named Aaron trying to play straight so their late 20s wife doesn't realize that it's actually cum leaking from his ass. Hey, wait a minute. That's a very specific demographic. I feel like you might be talking about me. Nah. Close says they just got sold for a few $100 million. They got sold again? Barstool did? I've never heard about that. See, I'm telling you, I just don't hear as much about those guys as much as I used to. So Mintzy then tweeted earlier today at 3:05 p.m. He said, this morning I made an unforgivable mistake, slipping on air while reading a song lyric. I meant no harm and have never felt worse about anything. I apologize for my actions. I am truly sorry and ashamed of myself. Oh, God. I'm not blaming him because that's totally what you have to do now. But Jesus fucking Christ, can we get a hold of ourselves? He slipped and said the N-word in a song on a live stream. Fucking grow up. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. He slipped up and said a bad word. It's not like he was giving a speech about the ethnic future of America and said, you know what we should get rid of? The beep. Fuck, guys, we gotta grow up. Look, everything's falling apart. The empire that we grew up in has gone from amazingly great in the 90s to falling rapidly. We're entertaining all types of mental illness and delusion. We're cutting kids' dicks off and painting it as diversity. We've lost our fucking mind and we're going insane. Can we not burn a guy at the stake for singing a song made by a black guy, by the way? If the word was fine for the black guy to say in the song that he knew was going to be bought by more white people than black people, then he can't sit there and get upset when the white guy sings the song. I don't think that, oh God, I'm really fucking this up. I don't think that Don McLean made American Pie and said, boy, I hope nobody ever sings this song. I don't want them singing about Chevys. If you put a word in a song, you hope that it's catchy enough that people sing along with it. So spare me the offense if you're a rapper or a fan of hip hop and you don't like white people saying the N-word. Then you might want to get out of the hip hop business or the in hip hop business. Because the people who made those songs made them so people would love them. Who buys more hip hop music? White people or black people? Just by the sheer percentage of the population, it's always going to be white people who buy more hip hop music than black people. So if you make the music for people to sing along and you sell it to white people and white people sing along with it, you've given them permission. You've said it's okay. You've released it as art. You're saying it's okay to quote. So let's fucking stop bullying these fat soy latte white kids every time one of these fat tittied monsters says the N-word in a live stream with mustard on their shirt. Look at the way he's treated by Barstool. He's been punished enough. I hate that phoniness of hearing the word and I'm kind of disgusted by Mintzy's apology too. When he goes, I said a word that's unforgivable. You're fucking forgiven. In fact, you're forgiven 213 times in one YG song, which is a banger of a song, by the way, because he says it so artistically. Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99 says, I've watched Barstool Sports through the opening of the glory hole. The semen runoff tends to sting the eyeballs. Well, but you know what? Thank you for doing that for us for a different perspective. I appreciate that. Let's go into the chat and see what you guys think about old Mintzy. Hobo Chili Recipe says, are you a fan of rap music? Then you'll love Tom McDonald. Oh, I can't stand Tom McDonald. I get it. Aren't woke people gay as fuck? Got it. What about Hick Hop? That one chick was hot that we watched. It's about all I got for Hick Hop. Coltrane says, we could single-handedly shut down black music by stopping the purchase of it. I don't think that's what my message was. John Jamingo says, I saw Fat Tittied Monster open for Ozzy in 88. Oh, I hope they were good. Less Trust, More Truth says, institutional canceling of white people for saying a word just proves how this country is controlled by white supremacy, our greatest threat. Attaboy. Triple N says, LOL, I don't normally like rap, but that Tom McDonald really has his head on his shoulders. Yeah, see, I've always thought Tom McDonald was an ass. Spy Pigeon, Tom McDonald raps right-wing memes from 2020. Yeah, I would say that's about the long and short of it. I agree. Guys, thank you very much. We're at $200 away from tonight's goal. Let's get it under 200 by the top of the hour. Pretty easy, I suppose. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, gifted memberships. Thank you very much. However you choose to support our program is very, very much appreciated. All right, boys and girls, let's continue on. Oh, this won't get any more controversial than the last one. Oh, does anyone think that that Mintzy's going to survive? Do you think they'll fire him or not? I think that he'll survive it only because I don't think he's like a big part of that, like that world. He like I said, he's kind of a wacky nobody at Barstool. So I think he'll probably survive just because of his reputation. Like, he's going to be saved by the fact that he's just kind of a dipshit. And they'll play it off that way. Like, oh, that's our resident dipshit. Nobody cares about him. If they just shut the fuck up about this guy and let the meme play out on Twitter for like 12 hours, it'll be done by morning. And you just let the guy go. By let him go, I mean just let him do whatever he's doing now, and it'll be fine. Bill Fenner says, fired, so fired, as Anthony would say. Yeah, I don't know if he's important enough. Because, like, the cancellation squad, if they're going to really go after somebody, the person has to have a certain cachet about them. They have to be a certain weight. You know, it's like prize fishing for the woke mob. You know, if they caught a Mintzy, they'd throw a Mintzy right back. He's not a keeper to them. His show will get canceled like the wrestling one. I don't know anything about that, about the wrestling one. Zen Rhino says, he wants to know if Marquise Harris is still in here. Coltrane is looking for him. Well, I want to make sure that you two can hook up, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, 200 away. PayPal and Streamlabs and Venmo are the best ways to do it. We take over 90% of that. But Super Chats, memberships, all of that stuff, all of it fine. All of it's okey doke. No matter how you want to contribute to our program, we do appreciate it. This is, are you ready for a story full of stereotypes? Because this one's got a stereotype or two in it. A conservative Jewish journalist, I quit. I'm not doing this. I'm not getting caught. I ain't going to fall for no banana and no tailpipe. All right, fine. A conservative Jewish journalist says he was harassed and humiliated by a bartender at a Brooklyn bar who refused to serve him and heckled him out of the establishment over his Zionist views, according to a new lawsuit. So we have a conservative Jewish journalist. We have a bartender saying anything remotely critical about anything related to Jewish or Israel, Yeah, that's 9 times out of 9 going to end in a lawsuit. Elad Eliyahu, 29, a quote, proud Jewish American. Yeah, you're fucked. Zionist and independent reporter. Now, Zionist is basically, you believe that Israel has the claim to the Holy Land and it should be theirs and that whole thing, right? That's basically what a Zionist is. I know we have a lot of ROTC fans in our community now, so you guys will be able to set me straight to the letter on what Zionist is. But I always thought that Zionism was just, you thought that the Jews have the right to the Holy Land and they should be allowed to have a state in the Holy Land. That's right. Is that about the gist of it? So he's a proud Zionist, proud Jewish American, was on a first date with a woman at Swell Dive in Bed-Stuy when bartender Alvin Dan on April 9th asked him if he was in fact Elad and purposely mispronounced his name. The bartender then told Eliyahu to leave the bar or he was going to embarrass him. The suit filed Friday alleges. Uh-oh. You know, that would be kind of cool, though, if you're on a first date and the bartender, like, recognizes you from your journalism work. Kind of impress the girl you're with, wouldn't it? Dan, 31 of Staten Island, called Eliyahu a Zionist fascist and falsely claimed that Eliyahu harasses abortion patients and doxes people through his reporting, all in front of the date and the other bar patrons, the lawsuit alleges. All of these things he was saying about me were very hurtful and damaging lies. I don't know what I ever did to him, and he embarrassed me in front of my lady. Surely there's something you can do to make this right. Eliyahu told his date to leave for the sake of her safety, the filing states. I mean, he wasn't yelling at her. He was calling you a Jew. For all intents and purposes, he wasn't even kicking her out. He was kicking you out. Now, when Eliyahu started walking out, Dan allegedly recorded himself on video taunting and harassing the embarrassed patron down the street, according to the suit. Why are you walking away? Oh, there's video of this? Why are you walking away, the bartender said. That's Elad. I can't believe it. Cannot believe that he has the balls to have a fucking social life. Oh, boy. Eliyahu was unlawfully ridiculed, discriminated against, denied service, and kicked out of the Swell Dive on account of his race, national origin, and creed because he identifies as a Zionist. Oh, boy. This is getting very Jewish. All right, I gotta go to the phones real quick. We've got a phone call that I did not see coming tonight. Gino Bisconti is on the phone from In Hot Water on Compound Media. Hello, Gino.
Hey, buddy. I just walked out of I filled in for the wet spot for the lovely Christy Marinciano. Oh, well, they're in Vegas. And then I saw your message. Are we allowed to chat about that, or is this just an obnoxious tease I'm doing?
We talked about it for a little bit at the beginning of the show. Believe it or not, Gino, for the first time in a long time, I had a conversation with one Bob Levy, your favorite.
I'm telling you, and I said it on my show today, because things are going as many of us have expected, and I'm trying to make amends with everyone, and I'll say this about Levy, and then you can go. He needs to just go to fucking the Shuley Network, enjoy himself, because Brennan was really angry today. And Bob doesn't need that aggravation. Bob's a fucking accomplished comedian who has a pool in his backyard in the works. Doesn't need that aggravation.
Gino,
and, it seems...
Gino,
yes.
I have to tell you, I just have to correct you on one thing.
Please.
I was all in on MLC today because I found Kevin's angry, spittle-filled ranting to be hysterical.
Oh, without a doubt. But here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, and we all agree. Let me tell you, I'm not winning. You're not winning. Chad's not winning, and Kevin's not winning. The people that have them all fucking dancing for the money are winning. And Chad had like 500 people in his snipe today, and Brennan had 800, like at most. But the beauty of it is, these miserable fucks in the chat love making them dance for hate so much that they're going to keep giving Brennan money, and he's not going to get it till his head caves in, which is why I concur. What a glorious time to watch The Real Housewives of YouTube or Vanderpump. I believe it's called Vanderpump pumped Kevin's wife because she sure as fuck isn't pumping him, and that
Hey,
rules.
I don't know what he's talking about. My God.
Clam radio?
Oh.
Clam radio? Clam
Take your
radio?
finger off that kid. You heard me.
All right. I agree with you. The stars of that of both of those shows are the chat, and the stars of that show are the super chats. To quote Tony Montana, the booze and the kunsha tell them what to do. So
Yeah. And I will tell you one last thing. We might get a fucking what was it? And by the way, I gave you guys a plug today. The way you covered the Crowder was glorious. But I was going to say, we might get a graph that says Chad has now gone 5 days without lying. Because this is the beauty of it. Chad is watching them lie, and he's realizing from the outside, like, that's a lie. Yeah, Chad, you fucking idiot. I don't mean.
I will tell you this though. Everything that comes out of his mouth is still a lie too. The gun thing, that ain't happening.
Oh no. Well, here's the thing. It's not a lie. It's one thing to say I'm getting a gun, and everyone's like, he's not getting a gun. Like I've talked about this. Like when we on our shows, which are so highbrow and clever, when we say a dumb joke, they're like, he's joking. When we say something that we're serious about, they know we're serious. You know what I mean? At least now you know when Chad is just being insane, and when Chad's like, that didn't happen, and it's kind of hilarious.
Yes. It's going to be very interesting to watch, and I understand you're in a wind tunnel right now.
Now, is that better? Yeah, I'm sorry, it was on my headphones.
I will tell you this. I did get to change the subject a bit. I did get a call from the boss today, from E-Rock. And
sure.
E-Rock mentioned that you had mentioned that we invited you to be on the show on a Tuesday here coming up. And E-Rock offered, he said, well, how much do I have to pay you guys to just take Gino? And
this is not made up. This I believe. I walked into the studio and he hung up nervously. What are you doing here?
I'm telling you, I think he and I can work out a number. I can be bought.
It's gonna be like when they sold George to the chicken franchise on Seinfeld.
Yes.
Like a chicken flavored beer and some wings or something, and you get Gino.
Yeah, I think you're right. Before I let you go and I get back to my program, I just want to tell you one thing,
sure.
and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Here we go.
Clam radio?
There you go.
Later,
all right.
buddy.
Talk
Keep
to you
up the
later,
good
buddy.
Work.
Thank you.
My man.
Gino Bisconti of In Hot Water, 3 to 5 Central. No, that's the boss's show. That's Anthony's show. He's got me calling him the boss now. Fuck's sake. 1 to 3 Central. 1:15 to 3 Central. On compoundmedia.com. He really saved me from an anti-Semitic story, didn't he? Because we were about to show the picture of that reporter who was suing that bar, and he looked a tad bit Jewish. Oh, boy. That story just kept getting more and more, like, on the nose. Again, no pun intended. Every aspect of that story just got more and more like, no, don't let that be the next. Oh, that's a stereotype. Oh, don't let the next part be. Oh, that's another one. Oh, maybe at least the picture of him, he'll be a big, brawny lumberjack beard. Nope, he's a skinny, scraggly bearded guy with a big honker. Oh, boy. So I am grateful that Gino called the show at the time he did, because it was a very welcome interruption. All right. David Skywalker says, that was the worst 3 minutes of my life. Look, I told Gino about the Chad Bob death threat today, and he can't help it. He's excited. We're all excited. I'm sure Johnny is going to be excited to hear it tomorrow. All right. Let's continue on. People were sending me this over the weekend. I think they wanted me to, like, be a part of it. Like, go in and actually join this stream. Matthew McConaughey was live streaming this weekend in something called The Art of Living. And I don't know if he was just reading chats, but he was playing the bongos and talking like a crazy asshole. And I get that that's like a Matthew McConaughey staple, is playing the bongos and sounding like a crazy asshole. I have a 1 minute, 19-second clip of this. And if I had a 1 hour and 19-minute clip of this, it wouldn't be enough. It's literally one of the biggest actors in the world sitting in a studio playing the bongos, and talking like a maniac. Let's check this out. A first-of-its-kind virtual live event, McConaughey, The Art of Living. Here we go.
I want to live. I want to get back to being myself. I want to have more fun with my husband. Hey, thank you.
So I think he's just reading different things that are up on the chat here.
I want to help each other. My gifts. Share them. I want joy. I want some more fulfillment.
He's
I
just
want some satisfaction.
Come on. Wait a minute. How did these people get in there? And this is all the shit that got put up in the chat. How was there not just people N-bombing the shit out of this thing? They must have had filters on, right? Because there's no way this thing isn't full of like, oh man, I want to fuck my dog. Like just weird, fucked up shit that would trip up Matthew McConaughey. That should have been, I'm actually disappointed in the internet. Unless they had serious filters and these weren't put up in real time, I'm really disappointed in the internet that they didn't grab Matthew McConaughey's stream and just try to fuck it up for fun. I mean, nothing terrible or threatening, just like goofy, silly stuff, like Mintzy from Barstool. Get him in there with his rap lyrics.
I want to follow my North Star. I want to be the best version of me that I can be. I want to serve more people. I want my fiance to feel whole again. I want to be more generous.
What the fuck? I want to ride.
I want to ride Space Mountain every day.
Woo, daddy.
Oi. Get a ticket on your UFO, man. I want to be more creative. I want to feel grounded. I want to honor God. Amen. I want to play that drum you got.
Is that so? That's the whole clip. So that's what Matthew McConaughey did for, from what I understand, hours. He was just streaming, and he was just reading shit off of a chat. Yeah, see, people are saying it's impossible to escape N towers. Yeah, there were no N towers. There were no nothing. It was just him reading wholesome shit on a screen. I don't like that. There was no Sam Hyde. There was no, Alex Stein couldn't get in there. There wasn't even we couldn't even take it back to the old school and go Baba Booey. Nothing. It was just all really sensitive shit. T. Jefferson says, I wonder if he knows the subtext of Riding Space Mountain. I feel like a guy like Matthew McConaughey has to be a Nature Boy Ric Flair fan, right? I'd be disappointed if he wasn't. But I just found that people were sending that to me and be like, you should get in there and do what? Write the things that I was just saying people should write? They had to have a filter or an editor on there or something, because there's no way that weak ass shit was the only thing that got written in that whole thing. Yeah, Hobo Chili Recipe says Matthew McConaughey seems like more of a Coco Beware kind of guy. Anyway, I think you're probably right. All right, guys, let's not start a new story. Let's get April in here. Here we go. Take a seat. April has arrived.
Howdy.
Just before the top of the hour. $200 away from tonight's goal. Guys, let's knock that out. If you feel like throwing a few bucks our way, that is what we live on. That goal represents what we need in order to run this thing properly. Keep this thing going. There's the telethon part of our program. Go ahead. Hit the like button. Hit share. 98 likes. Okay, 2 more before the top of the hour. 1 minute to go there. And let's knock that goal down quite a bit here before we rattle the cans at the top of the next hour, as it were. Brie says, wow, new tits. No, they're my normal ones. Thank you.
Did you get new
very
boobies?
much. I did not get new tits. I wonder if they're not getting a little bigger. But
oh, mine too. They swell sometimes.
I hope not. I hope my tits aren't getting bigger. I had those bad boys under control.
Can I tell you something quick before it bothers me? It's super small, but we can fix it. Whenever I look into this now, it makes me feel drunk almost because it is a bit fuzzy. I bet you something happened when that power went out.
You're saying OBS looks fuzzy.
Look at the template is crisp and beautiful. We look fuzzy. Like, I feel like there's a layer of Vaseline over it, but the camera's clean. So let's restart that later.
Well, why don't you go in there and fuck with the settings? Because you know the settings, I don't. You did it. And why don't you see if they're normal?
I will check that first, but then is there a way to just start and stop the camera so it can just restart?
I mean, I can do that right now if you'd like.
I don't care. You can
Here,
try it.
let's see if this works, guys. Ready? Hey, we're gone. What the hell happened? Oh, my God, what's going on?
Butts.
And then turn it back on again. It's not going to help. It's just like turning
You're right.
off. It's just like turning off the program and turning it on again.
Yep, I'll have to just check
So
it.
you're going to have to go in there and fuck around with some shit.
It hurts my eyeballs.
Nightwave Radio says, this woman just comes and goes as she pleases. Crowder wouldn't put up with that shit. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Watch it.
Hey.
Watch it.
No.
Hey, fucking watch it.
I was doing my wifely duties.
That's right. Were you honoring?
Excuse me?
Were you honoring the man?
Yes, I was taking care of the children
Okay.
and filling up the Tahoe. All for you, because that's
Okay.
your vehicle. And, you know, a man shouldn't pump his own gas.
Who told you that you should take the vehicle?
Would you like to trade places and you can return the children?
All right. You can host the first hour of the program.
All right.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
Who should I have on as my co-host for an hour?
Reverend Bob Levy, new friend of the show.
Oh, do you think he'll,
Refound friend of the show, Reverend Bob.
do you think I'll ever get apologies? Well, I do feel plenty bad for Bob at the moment, for the record. I found it very funny today.
Yes. Yule Gibbons gifting a membership Yule Gibbons gifting 2 memberships. The Last Statute
you.
and Bill Fenner getting one. And No Pen 15 Fathead with $5 says, let's go. Thank you, buddy. 190 away from knocking that out tonight. What did you, now, you and I watched
that's
MLC for the first time in a long time and admittedly laughed our fucking balls off.
True. I heard you told everyone what we did.
Yeah, we went and got headphones so we could listen to it when the kids were around.
It's pretty cool. You needed some anyways. You put yours through the wash machine.
And I'll do it again. I'll do
No.
it again. It's just what I do.
Stop it.
It is my nature. Gino, who's gay, says, finally, now I can enjoy this show. Hearts, because he's a gay F word. The only thing worse than Solo Aaron was that hat collar he had on just a few minutes ago.
Right?
Hey, but wait a minute. That
Completely
was
gay.
Gino who called. Oh.
I love Gino. I think he's a sweetie pie.
You know, Mersh is right. I really do put up with a lot of shit that Crowder wouldn't put up with. Like having sex with a vagina.
Ew.
I know.
Dicks only, right?
To which Crowder says, icky sticky. Ew.
Should only be sticky.
I would like to make a request, and I don't know if there's anybody who can make it happen. I need a daily Owen Benjamin Crowder segment.
Like Owen bitching about Crowder, because
And-
that could happen.
And filming the goats again. And like I enjoyed this morning him just losing his shit in a very controlled way while filming, like, guys, look at these goats. This is how I know Crowder's homosexual.
You absolutely missed my little chat this morning, and I understand because you're busy. But I was listening to that Owen Benjamin clip and hearing the rooster crowing and the goats, and it reminded me of the good old days back home, and I was really hoping you'd let me get some chickens.
Oh, really? Your parents stole a bunch of money from your fans and then built a farm with it?
No.
Oh, look into Beartaria.
We had honest jobs back then.
Look into Beartaria. Look, I like Owen because he's insane.
I just want chickens.
I like Owen Benjamin because he's out of his mind, but yeah, there's some shit there.
He loses me when he goes flat earth. He absolutely loses me on it.
Actually, one of the first things when I got into Revenge of the Sis, I'll pay Mersh a compliment here. One of the first things they were doing was they were making fun of Owen Benjamin, and I can't even remember his fucking name anymore because I just remember Teddy Spaghetti. Vox Day, who was this really creepy, like far right commentator guy who he talks with like that. Almost like a professor affect on his voice.
Okay.
He's douchey as fuck, and he's stupid. He's really, really dumb. And they found out his name was Ted Beal. So they started calling him Teddy Spaghetti, and it stuck, and it would get all over his chat. And he's like, no, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to shut my chat down. If you people can. I mean, go watch the ROTC stuff on Vox Day. It's ageless. It doesn't matter
I
that it was
hope
like
they
6 years
delivered
ago.
it more enthralling than you just
Yeah,
did.
yeah, no, because I'm rushing. I'm nervous,
That
and I
was
know
just,
I'm nervous, and
you
I know
know.
I'm not doing it justice. Go watch it. The fucking Teddy Spaghetti songs. Oh, they were great.
I've worked hard today. I feel like I earned this nice cold beer. I'm excited to sit here, and that somehow made me sleepy.
No Pen 15 Fathead says here's for some chickens, April.
Oh,
There
thank
go.
you. You can buy a lot of chickens with that. You
Can
can
you
probably
really?
get like 3 chicks, maybe 2.
Damn. Fucking watch it. Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99 says, good evening. I am Steven Crowder, and I enjoy the tangy zip of the Hodge twins tips. Get it? I'm a homosexual. You know, you're new to the show, Hobo Chili Recipe, but I believe that your heavy-handed hammering in the punchline works perfectly for this program. Hadouken, becoming a member for a 10th month, says, hey, April, no social media to get a hold of you on. Thanks, guys.
Oh, hey, buddy. Shit. Can somebody put my email in there then? Because I need to reach him. Somebody must have told him I need that.
There you go. Simple enough.
Do you have my email?
Something at
It is
gmail.com.
April Imholt STMS at gmail.com.
That looks wrong. April Imholt STMS at gmail.com.
There you
Get
go.
ready for lots and lots of dick pics.
Thank you, Hadouken. Well, hopefully they're all just black.
Watch it.
Only
Fucking-
black dick pics.
Fucking watch it. You and Crowder have that wish in common.
I kid.
Fake Pilot says, April's gay.
April doesn't even do clubs.
Hobo Chili Recipe says, yes, I'm new here. I'm still trying to figure out who the broad is. That's my bitch, motherfucker.
Oh, is this your first time?
Second time. He was here this morning.
I'm the wife
He's
and
a-
co-host.
He's a good enough fella.
It's gross, I know.
I have an incest story coming up, so stick around for that. 180 away from knocking it out and doing overtime today. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. But first, I didn't know what a vampire straw was until last week.
Ooh.
Do you know what a vampire straw is?
Do I suck blood through it?
I mean, más o menos. I mean, close enough. Somebody tried to bring one in their carry-on at Logan Airport in Massachusetts. It did not go well. Let's go ahead and check this story out. That would be a weird one to have to explain away because there's a lot of like sharp shit you can accidentally put in your carry-on. And they could go, hey, what's this? And like, oh, shit, I am so sorry. I put that in the wrong bag. Like if you're a carpenter and you have an X-Acto blade or something like that, and you're like, oh, yeah.
A nail gun.
Well, put your nail gun in your carry-on. But you got a blade on you, right? And you're like,
You never
oh,
know.
shit, I'm sorry. I'm traveling for work. I put that in the wrong bag. I'll mail it to myself or whatever.
Sure.
But I don't know. This vampire straw, I don't
Ooh.
really know how you can accidentally pack that on your
I
carry-on.
have theories. Does
Okay.
that get placed into a vein for things I don't want to talk about?
We all know what a vein is. I don't know if you had to treat us like a bunch of retards.
They can't even see what I'm doing.
No.
I just realized.
Let's find out.
A Chicago man is under arrest for allegedly trying to take an unusual weapon through security at Logan.
Well, see, if it's a guy from Chicago and he's trying to take an unusual weapon through security at the airport, just be glad it's not a Glock.
That absolutely is. If he just said a weapon, that gets shoved into your vein, and I bet you they suck blood through it for funsies.
Really? You think that's where the vampire part of vampire straw comes in?
What is wrong with people?
Cannot sneak anything by you, I tell you.
I have had it with you today. You are
Take a look.
bitchy.
This is
Hey, I'll sick my friend.
You watch it.
I'll sick
I
my
got the
friend,
dick in this house.
Reverend Bob
You
Levy on
fucking-
you. Fucking watch it.
He has already been suck upon me at one point. I've taken the tongue lashings.
Wow.
a vampire straw. You heard that right, vampire straw. TSA scanners found it in the carry-on of Armin Nair yesterday. They immediately confiscated it and charged him with carrying a dangerous weapon. Now, the manufacturer says the titanium vampire straw is, quote, long enough to be used like a dagger and can be carried in a cup without attracting attention.
Well, no shit, it looks like a straw.
Then why does it exist?
Because why not?
There's some shit that you see it and you're like, okay, other than for the purpose of harming other people, why is this a thing? Like, explain to me what you can do with this other than just drain a guy of blood and kill them.
Well, that's about it, I think.
Right.
Haven't you ever went like knife shopping before? Like, let's say you're looking for a nice knife for cleaning your deer, let's say, but next to all those buck knives or whatever, all the fillet knives, all that. Next door, you have like all these weird janky shaped knives that clearly have no purpose whatsoever, except either sitting on a shelf or harming somebody. It's like, why is that there?
Yeah, you're just like, it's the old Simpsons meme where they're like, I told you about this today, where they're like, I want a gun, and they're like, there's a 3-day waiting period, but I'm angry now. It's like, hey, I want to get this gun. What are you using it for? What does it look like? I want to spill the blood of my enemies.
You see how red my face is?
See, maybe they give you the knife if you say that, because you're like, if you would have said hunting, I would have called you a liar. But now that you're saying it's to spill the blood of your
I
enemies.
just get a real boner for, cleaning my prey.
Oh, see, the audience is coming up with some ideas for what it could be used for innocently.
Okay.
Jake says spitballs.
Somebody says it's just part of a syringe. I don't think so. Not unless you're shoving that straw into your vein pre-syringe and then putting the syringe through it. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's too big.
Makes total sense.
No.
Probably a vampire tool if they have sore teeth. They can just stick that in there, use it like that. If they have cavities, that's how you suck your blood. You just get it in there. That's why it's a vampire straw. Vampires use it when they got toothaches.
You know those goddamn boba drinks that the kids like?
Yeah.
And you got to shove the straw through the lid?
Sure.
You should get them some vampire straws for
vampire
that.
straw.
Go through easier.
Yosemite Sambo says it's for sex. Shit. It's a cactus straw. Self-defense doubles as a straw. Yeah, so you can drink the blood of the person who tried to kill you. I get it.
What if they have AIDS?
Isn't that really the question you should ask for just about anything you do nowadays?
What blood disease kills you the quickest?
Leukemia?
I don't know.
Leukemia will get you. Hobo Chili Recipe says, I'm sure the Mossad use it nefariously. Crew Smitty says, remember when Aaron thought that you shit in a box for color guard? Color guard, not color guard. Yeah, you're in school and you're in color guard. You have to shit in a box.
You shit in a box for color guard.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have to instead of a flag that you're tipping around and shit, you fucking toss the box of shit.
Is that why I got cut from the team? Everyone else was spinning fake rifles and I was sitting there with a box going, I don't understand how we can do this in unison.
For marching band, the one time we did a Nefertiti show, and there's a little throne and stuff, and the head color guard girls on it and all that shit.
Because when I think of rural Minnesota, I think of Nefertiti. Go ahead.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
You're stroking out much like Gino Bisconte right now.
And it's fine.
No, you'd be like the head.
Clam radio?
You're the head color guard lady on the throne with your Cologuard box.
Yeah, shitting in a box.
Shitting on a throne.
Jake says it's a clit remover. Oh my God, it would do banger numbers in the Middle East then.
Ew.
NF Cap says it's almost exclusively used by undertakers to drain bodies of blood and then fill with formaldehyde. Well, what does that have to do with WrestleMania?
Jesus.
I don't understand.
I have a question.
What?
Can I get you a Cologuard box as Goofsies? Just get you the box sent so you can have it?
I don't want to wipe my ass and then throw it in a box.
I didn't say you have to. I just want you to have the box.
You want me to have the box?
I want you to have the box just in case you got a bad day. What day was it? Saturday or Sunday? You were just shitting fucking rainstorms of shit.
As you
all
do.
day.
As you do.
I was worried about you that day.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Color guard box.
No Pen 15 Fathead says, that reminds me, what's the P.O. box? That's the P.O. box. There it is.
Fuck.
What?
We left our package in my truck.
Go grab it then.
Right now?
We'll grab it for overtime.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll open it tomorrow. Steel Toe Media Incorporated, P.O. Box 7893, St. Cloud, Minnesota, 56302. Aaron, why haven't you created a graphic for that yet? Watch it. Fucking watch it.
We don't need those here.
If we
have blurry cameras.
If we hit the goal today, we'll fix the cameras for tomorrow. We'll go open that package that someone was very kind to send to us. We'll open it on the air. And we've also got some great stories for you.
That's a good one. Let's hold the camera quality hostage.
Yes.
For the
precisely. Goal. All right, guys. Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chats, memberships, the whole deal. If you want to contribute to our program, we do appreciate that. It keeps us going. Currently 180 away from knocking it out if you'd like to help. I'm marrying my half-brother. No. Some say we'll burn in hell, but we're good parents.
Nope. You didn't say parents.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
They're married to each other.
No.
They love each other.
Septum piercing.
Well, yeah, I didn't say they weren't fucked up. They're half brother and half sister. Not like stepbrother and sister. They're blood.
Let me put this to you this way. You've got your 3 children, right? That I lovingly have taken in as my stepchildren.
Sure.
Now, let's say you and I procreate a couple times.
Yeah.
And one of those children marries one of the other 3 children.
Yeah, it's not okay.
That's what we're looking at here.
I am fully aware of what a
That's a brother
half-sibling
and a
is.
sister.
Yes.
I don't care. You grew up in that same household. Your siblings.
To give you an idea, if there's anybody watching this who will go, oh, well, it's half brother and half sister, so it's not that bad, right? No. It's the equivalent of marrying your cousin.
This is 100% people that are like, oh, they're just my 3rd cousin. It doesn't matter, does it?
No, Karen, that's not. No, honey.
That's not how that works.
Let's see what we've got here. Oh, my goodness.
No.
These half siblings are fully in love. See, April, they're fully in love. Who are you to? Oh, God.
This beer might come back out. You and they have kids.
Anna and Daniel Parra, who share a biological dad, first met when she was 20 and began dating in secret. When the couple went public with their taboo love, they became viral sensations in Spain. Revealing to Primer Impactico that online haters said they would burn in hell. Is that really a hater? It just seems like someone who's maybe quoting the Bible directly.
Practical.
Yeah.
Really, it's just...
I mean, you're fucking your half-brother. I mean, you're going to get some religious zealots who are going to be none too keen on it. That's all.
What in God's name is wrong with that father? That father was in that picture with them.
He probably feels so guilty that he wasn't in one of their lives until they were 20 that he's like, who am I to tell you?
Yeah, I'd like to point out, not only does the wife have a septum piercing, but the husband does too.
So both of them are really good at decision making.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you glad that they're taking each other off the market so they're not subjecting anyone else to this?
Okay, I have to praise you for a second. I
Fine with
was so
me.
worried that I was the only one having that thought where I'm like, thank God at least they're just together and not spreading the crazy around. Because I don't want somebody else out there that's okay marrying their brother.
How many men have been tortured by a woman with a septum piercing, making their life a living hell, but they fuck just well enough where the guy's like, maybe I won't cut him loose today.
Oh,
But
maybe
every
just one more
waking
day.
moment is antagonizingly awful. Agonizingly awful. And
Hey, that's 3 times tonight.
And how many women have had to fake orgasms while just feeling completely unfulfilled by this septum-wearing douchebag?
But you could be fucking your half-brother, hey.
Now that's what they're doing, and they both seem remarkably happy about the whole thing.
It has to be the taboo thing because some people really do just fucking get their jollies off on the taboo shit. It has to be that. I don't know how
again,
else.
Wouldn't you rather it be 2 people doing that together than subjecting it onto somebody else?
I would.
If they break up and they date someone else, they're going to be like, yeah, call me sister.
Oh, God, you're going to be having sex one night and talking about your dad after?
Well, not only
Oh,
that.
my God, make it stop. I'm
If
so tense.
they get divorced and they date other people and those people have to help raise the child, they're going to have to explain who the father is, and I would hope that that person doesn't stick around after that.
I guess they're just grandpa, right?
Uncle? I don't. That didn't stop Anna and Daniel from having 2 perfectly healthy kids together.
Quote unquote.
In Spain, marriage between direct relatives is against the law, but, however, consensual incest is not a crime.
So they're not married.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're not. So how is this I'm marrying part?
Aren't they sexy? Ugh,
Oh my God, they all look retarded.
I just was thinking that.
That's like how you do. See, this is how they're like, oh, our kids are perfectly normal. Well, if they look like you, there's no way to tell.
Look at her. There's something obviously wrong with her.
Yeah, there's some tardation.
You know how
going
you just
on.
kind of see it in the face sometimes?
Yeah.
The face just tells you everything you need to
She
know.
looks like she could be a Victoria's Secret model or a Barbie. I hear you. I get.
You're right.
I pick up what you're putting down. So in consent, that's weird. So you can date each other consensually if it's incestual.
But the law won't acknowledge
You
it.
just can't marry them.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not saying I get that, but I'm getting that the law won't acknowledge it, publicly. is
Yeah.
kind of what they're saying. Like, I will not acknowledge that
Look,
relationship.
we're not going to knock on your door and take you to jail for fucking your sister, but we certainly don't want to hear about it.
Oh, God. How soundproof that whole house. I don't want to see it. Those poor kids, when they get older and people find out about their parents eventually, those poor kids are going to get bullied. Like, oh, how's your sibling parents? How are they doing?
They better bully those kids in 2 or less syllables, otherwise they're not going to understand it.
What if those kids take it a step farther and get with each other?
Keep it in the bloodline. The Targaryens did it for 300 years.
We're just keeping it pure.
Chernabog says she looks like a Fraggle. I love that line. And she does indeed look like a Fraggle.
Terry Schiavo.
All right, guys, we got about 35 minutes
Wow.
before we rattle the cans and see if we can knock out tonight's goal. We are 180 away. Let's see if we can help chip away at that, knock it down. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, it's right there. The links are in the chat. Click one of them. Pick your favorite. Throw in a couple of bucks. Also, super chats and memberships work as well. Let's knock that thing down under 150
Let's get it.
before we rattle the cans in about 35 minutes, if you will.
God, this show's going fast.
Blackachew with $10 says for April, who knows what a good fashion sense is, unlike a certain undercover homo.
Hell yeah, he was looking fine on Facebook today. Did you see him? He must have been on vacation or something. Yeah, his hair all did and everything.
Had a fucking gangster shirt on.
He was like in some Woodland Sprite bar, though, which is
Yeah.
kind of concerning.
It was definitely like, you can tell that Blackachew is bi because he'll like put on some masculine
Hey.
shit, but be in the gayest place you've ever seen.
You know what's great about being bi, though, is you always have options. No matter where you are, there's an option.
It's just you'll see him and he'll be like, wow, that's a badass shirt, but he'll be posing like this, and you'll be like, oh, there's a little bit of both.
It is true that I liked that outfit on him. You look
well,
good.
Congratulations, buddy, and thanks for knocking us down to 170 over there on Rumble. Appreciate it. Hey, let's keep that going. Thank you very much. Continuing on, this is definitely, I'm going to go with the worst neighbor that I've heard of in recent memory. This one's pretty bad.
Would they be on that, what was that Netflix series, The Worst Neighbors in History or something like that?
They might make it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and hit play. This one's out of Arkansas. April, what is that in the corner right there? What is that?
That's
a bucket.
Sir, is a 5-gallon pail.
That is a 5-gallon pail. What does that look like on the side of that 5-gallon pail?
It has to be one of two things. One, it's mud.
Okay, could be mud.
Or two.
Yeah. Before you guess, they are in Pulaski County, Arkansas.
Oh, that's shit.
Okay.
I don't know whose shit it is, but that is a shit.
What kind of shit? Human shit? Bear shit?
Cow shit?
Cow shit. Okay. So April says it's cow shit. Let's take a listen.
Good evening to you. We begin on a Friday in Pulaski County with a woman who is fed up with her neighbors. She claims that they have been defecating in buckets and then dumping it in the neighborhood.
Oh, God, no.
I want to talk to these people.
No, you don't.
They're shitting in buckets, so I can only guess what the status of their house is like.
Oh, God. Probably pretty clean. There's no shit in it.
That's true. But there's also, I would imagine there's no running water. There's no way you have a toilet hooked up and you're choosing to shit in a bucket outside.
I will argue that point. If you truly hate your neighbor, you are shitting in that bucket and you are dumping it as close to their line as you can get.
So it's a spite shit.
A spite shit.
The shit is to make sure everybody stays in line.
Sponsored by Amber Heard.
Yes. And Kohler Guard. Kohler Guard.
Okay, we've had Color Guard, Kohler Guard, but it's really Cola Guard.
Collagard. Merle Haggard, I believe is what it's called.
Merle Haggard box.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
She reached out to 7 on Your Side. Channel 7's Emma Allen is here with us.
More like number 2 on your side, am I right? You see, because it's shit. All right.
Studio, she spoke to that woman earlier today. Emma.
You shitter?
Beth, Chris, Erica Craig
Ooh.
says the outside of her home now has a similar.
You could have been fuckable at some point. There's just weird shit going on here.
I'll tell you where she was fuckable. It was like junior and senior year of high school where she probably still had like the slim figure, you know, but then she like went to college and started drinking too much and filled out.
Ma'am, you've got small market talent written all over you. And I know small market talent. I am small market talent.
similar smell to a porta potty because of the feces she claims her neighbors have been dumping.
She
dumping.
refuses to learn the non-regional diction or anything. She's like, and this next one, there was a bunch of diarrhea in a bucket, and they were dumping. Oh no! So she lives in like Jenny's grandma's trailer.
Oh no!
This pit bull has eaten something recently and sprayed its blood all over the wall.
And why do we have stacks of pallets out front? We better be making a cool accent wall.
Honestly, because I'm guessing because the RV that they live in is on like marshy ground, so it keeps sinking in. So they have to keep driving the RV over the pallets to keep it level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been taking their feces in buckets and dumping it at the back of their property, and then across the street at another person's property. They've been dumping it on their property too. And they've been doing this now for about 3 years.
All right. In fairness, if you're shitting in a bucket, where are you putting it? Smart guy. Yeah.
You know what? A nice person.
Before you point the shitty end of the stick at old Don, maybe we should be seeing if we can back up these accusations.
A courteous neighbor would dig a hole first.
You dig a hole and you burn it, right? You gas it and you burn it.
You don't burn it. Burning shit smells like shit. What is worse than smelling like shit? The worst thing you can have. No.
A building pool of shit.
You have a big pile of shit. That stinks bad enough. You pile dirt on it. You don't light the shit on fire so it smells like burnt shit.
But if the shit is pooling up, it's smelling like more and more shit.
You are the stupid idiot who would light a sewage, like a sewer thing on fire just to like clear it out.
Because it'll only smell for a little bit.
So you're going to explode and you're dead.
Well, yeah, that's right. Isn't that really like flammable?
Someone's sewer main backs up and Aaron's like, why don't you just light it on fire and it'll burn itself out?
Yeah, isn't there a dickload of methane in there? Yeah, you don't want that.
Just a dickload, huh?
Yeah, a dickload of methane.
Craig of Pulaski.
I have a big dick.
But before you hit play, look at her house too. The quality of it.
Okay, it's a hell of a lot better than the trailer that the other person's dumping their shit out.
I'm just saying, we're not looking at a pack of winners here.
No. This is Skylar White after Walt dies, and they're living next to Randy Quaid from the Vacation movies. So these are not winners.
County resident reached out to 7 on Your Side, claiming her neighbors have been defecating.
Is that Wilson's face printed right on the side of the... Wilson!
I'm sorry, Wilson.
In buckets.
I'll clean you
Craig
later.
claims that feces ends up in her yard when the rain washes it downhill.
They had at one point a porta potty.
Oh, how fun. The shit rolls downhill.
She literally gets shit run off.
That was hollowed out, and they were just letting it wash down the ditches.
Craig said she is not the only one dealing with the fecal matter on her property.
Everybody around them have sold their houses, which are leaving the ones that are still left here to just to sit and suffer.
I have a question. And
sit and root and shit.
You have to sit and shit.
You have to sit in the runny shit coming down the hill.
You're literally sitting in a pew.
Why don't you trade houses with them? Why don't we have the people who are doing the shit thing move to like the bottom of the hilly area and have the other people live on top, and then we don't have to deal with the shit anymore?
Why don't we actually just really dehumanize these people that are like shitting in buckets and get them a really big litter box?
I have an idea. Why don't we shoot them off into space? Fuck these people.
As an experiment, right?
They're animals and savages.
I had a question. Oh, this is affecting the water supply, isn't it?
The shit is more than likely going into the water supply.
You're drinking
yes.
shit, ma'am.
She claims this.
That would explain Arkansas. Oh my God, we figured it out.
What is that in Brazil? They have that cat's disease.
Toxoplasmosis.
Toxoplasmosis. Is there a shit form of that?
Pink eye, I believe.
Smell is almost unbearable.
God, when the wind...
Oh, gets so bad you can taste it.
No, I wanted to hear her whole comment here.
Look at that face.
She is
my God, she is a grump.
She has literal stank face.
Smell is almost unbearable.
God, when the wind blows, it's awful. You cannot sit outside. You can't even sit in that back room back there with the door open because it just consumes the house.
Craig said her parents have lived in this same home for 32 years, and she claims the fecal matter has been ending up in their yard for around 3 years.
Oh my God.
No.
You don't have a young child who lives in that thing.
No, I promise you they don't. That's literally just what they're using for a chair.
That's just one of their chairs. Oh no, they have like a free
They will
like
fucking
1970s lawn chair.
We have a baby stroller as a chair.
They definitely got this with a free sign on it on the side
Babe,
of the
that
road.
thing has not moved. There's mold on it. Oh my God.
Is that just a suitcase sitting out in the middle
It is
of the
a
yard?
suitcase. I'm trying to look for other items.
Years now.
A vehicle.
Craig says more than anything, she is worried about her family's health.
I've gotten sick. I had to go to the hospital for organ failure that they didn't know what caused it. And so.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? When's the last time you received any kind of medical vaccine? I'm just kidding. It's probably from breathing in all the shit fumes.
Yeah, I was actually going to stand firmly on Pfizer's side this time. I'm like, Occam's razor, it's the shit.
You know what, Pfizer? You're off the hook. Turns out she's been breathing in shit for 32 years. She hasn't breathed a clean breath since her christening.
And that was after they had started doing that. And my dad's been to the hospital a couple of times. He was really sick there for a minute. And nobody's thinking it's because of human waste, so that's not something that they're looking at.
Why not?
Ma'am, you're a redneck from Arkansas. We were really hoping you would say poop for us here on the news. Human waste sounds a little Massachusettsian, if you will. Massachusettsian.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts Thunder Liger.
He has made attempts to contact different departments, but still cannot get the problem fixed.
I've contacted so many different departments, and none of them have.
Here's how you do it. Here's how you fix it. Ready? You grab the person at that residence by the hair, right? And you take the hardest wall you can find, and you go, "Stop throwing your shit in your neighbor's yard, you fucking asshole!"
Oh my God.
There.
So you and I have had a camper before, right?
Yes.
All right. What do you?
Oh, they empty the tank?
No. Well, yeah. Okay. So that's where I've got two running theories in my head right now. One, either they filled that tank to the brim and that toilet inside that RV is like got like shit bubbling out of it,
Then pull
and
the
they just
thing.
shut the door.
No.
Or two, they're filling that shit tank and then they're emptying it into the 5-gallon pails and spreading it throughout the yard.
See, I don't think they're shitting in the physical 5-gallon buckets.
I don't either, because how would the shit get on the outside of the bucket?
So they're emptying their shit tank 5 gallons at a time in the bucket, and then
Guys,
oh
and
God,
this is coming from a girl. Like, I grew up in a barn. It was either with cows or horses or chickens, and I fucking like when I smell shit being spread in the fields back home.
Sure.
It reminds me of a good time. Okay. It reminds me of home. The smell of horse and cow shit is nothing. It does not rival human shit. Like that is a different smell. That is not okay.
Did you have a thought, or did you just want to tell everyone that you grew up on a farm and smelled animal
I'm comparing
shit?
shits in my head. I'm not okay with this one.
Done anything about it.
Craig says her family's home is around 300 feet outside of North Little Rock city limits, so they have to go to the county for help. KATV reached out to Pulaski County for information on this incident.
That is, that's just shit water right there.
That's pure shit water. It's murky as all hell.
Yeah, that is what the poop is running into.
And they said they do not have
all the deer there are retarded.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine the mutant animals running around?
They all just run around going, ah.
They all have E. coli.
They dive headfirst into cars because they think that the bright, shiny lights are alien spaceships coming to rescue them.
They've all got E. coli now, so they're all shitting too.
I want to catch the train to heaven. Dumb retard shit-eating deer. Just go and jump right in front of a fucking Toyota.
But they don't know.
They don't know because they're stupid because they drank all the shit water.
Jurisdiction when it comes to sewage matters, so they referred us to the Arkansas Department of Health. 88 sent the rules for general sanitation, including the disposal of human waste, which says all sewage...
Okay, great. Does anyone want to stop referring us to the part in the codes? You want to stop breaking out the sanitation books and somebody just go over there and talk to these fucking assholes? Or arrest them for illegal dumping, anything?
Right, because no offense, I don't think any amount of documentation is changing their ways.
These people can't read. They shit in buckets and then throw it on the ground.
I can't read.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to go... Or at the very least, they read it like a second grade level, so it's going to take forever. Detailed
Mr.
plans. And spick fucks, spick functions, spick functions.
Wait.
Spick fiction. Spick fiction.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that
I was
word,
having a good time.
That word right there, spankfication.
Specifications.
Oh, specification for the Colistian collection. Triat meat. What's triat meat?
Treatment. Sir.
Treatment and / or disposal.
Disposal.
Disposal. Fuckalities. Titties.
Facilities.
Thank you. I got to take a shit. Can I go in my bucket real quick? Or do I have to? I'll finish it. All right. For all Westies, wastes of a dome stick. Is that when I was 18 at the Georgia Dome, I fucked a girl. Is that a dome stick?
No, it's a domestic.
Oh, domestic nature.
Usually in Arkansas, that means you're hitting your spouse.
I know the word nature. That's done the nature boy like Ric Flair. Woo!
Of course you know wrestling.
Cunt tanning. Is that a thing? Do they go cunt tanning?
Containing.
I was close on that one.
You were so close.
Hey, do you smell shit? It's raining right now, and every time it rains, I smell shit. Ain't that weird? A predominance. Predominance. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Predominance of sewage. Sewage. Where's my piggy? Sewage. Sewage.
No.
Sewage. Oh,
sewage, sir.
Oh, that means poop. I got that one. We got a whole mess of that in the tank. We empty it a bucket at a time.
It is the peas and the poos.
Yeah. We always say, if it's yellow, put it in the bucket. If it's brown, put it in the bucket.
What do you do for the dog shit? I saw you had 2 dogs behind that trailer.
Oh, what we do is we collect it with the bottom of our shoe and then scrape it into the bucket. Hadn't failed us yet. And exclusive. X gonna give it to you. Too late for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real. It's a nonstop. I pop stainless steel.
Why do you know those lyrics, but you don't know this?
Sorry, because I've been shitting in a bucket for 35 years.
Can you imagine?
Oh, so yeah, we're going to show these people the waste disposal policies of the city as if they're going to go, oh, I didn't know you couldn't shit in a bucket and dump it in your neighbor's yard. Thanks for showing me this.
Which must be deposited in sanitary sewers, sewage treatment facilities, septic tank systems, or other systems or devices adequate.
All right, enough with your fancy Jew talk. Can I shit in a bucket still or not?
I'm actually going to be in defense of this person for a second.
Okay.
If they were to move to the streets of San Francisco right now, it's perfectly legal and fine.
Well, then I have an idea. Let's get these people, move their RV to San Francisco.
I'm just
to
saying.
meet the needs of the people being served. The rules also state connection to a public sewer system is required of all homes and businesses when the point where sewer exits the building is located within 300 feet.
Yeah, guys, we believe you, all right? We're not the problem. You don't need to read the sanitation code to us. We know pee-pee and poo-poo goes in the toilet. We're all well aware of this. That you need to go tell these backwards hick retards, these inbred fucks. This is why we don't let that brother and sister in Spain fuck each other. You have to go show this to them. We know. Pee-pee and poo-poo and caca goes in the toy. We're all well aware.
What is caca?
Poopy.
Of access to the public sewer located on the owner's property or an adjacent street or alley.
That's a long way to say shit in a toilet and flush it into a sewer.
Dude, even
you dumb rednecks.
Even those dogs can't stand how
those
it smells.
Dogs eat humans.
KETV also reached out to a state plumbing inspector, but we were
who said, you can get fucked, I ain't going in there.
I feel bad for her. She had to go over there.
Yeah. She looks like she takes big shits, too.
not in office
got a big
today.
dumper on her.
On your side, I'm Emma Allen.
Okay, Emma, thanks very much. Craig tells us that she has spoken with the neighbor.
That's Jumpin' Jeff Farmer all grown up.
Look at his face.
Yup. Probably biggest shit I ever took in all my life.
Jeff, did
she
it
claims
stink?
are responsible for these dirty deeds and that she has tried to help them. But she says they simply do not take the situation seriously.
Ew. And if they shit in buckets and disperse throughout the yard.
And they do.
You have to imagine they don't have toilet paper. They wipe with their hands, and then they go cook and eat with those hands. What the fuck?
Oh,
How aren't you dead? How do people like that live? People that are like healthy like this, we catch a cold sometimes and we die.
Are you saying people like this aren't in tune with culinary germ etiquette?
No.
Okay.
We don't take shit with our chicken. Okay?
Epi Thatcher says April is going to rattle her cans. Oh, wait. I misheard that. Thank you for the $4.99.
Well,
Epi Thatcher.
if we hit the goal.
Yes, 165 away from tonight's goal. If you feel like contributing to the program, we got 15 minutes until we rattle the cans and see if we can do our e-beggar best to knock out that goal tonight. Let's get it down there a little further. If you're feeling generous tonight, 165 away from tonight's goal. The legendary side effect says, I love how the news people have huge smiles reporting this.
I know.
Yeah, can somebody just go make that guy shit in a toilet? It doesn't seem that difficult.
I have an idea. It can be the most hillbilly backwards thing you can ever ask for, but could you just put a big ass like tank or something in a hole in the ground and just put a toilet above it for him? Anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Trick them, for God's sake.
Seriously.
Hobo Chili Recipe says, you hillbillies have no culinary decorum. Yeah, April, you're kind of barking up the wrong tree with that one.
He's got a point, but if you think it gets worse. Somebody who's willing to shit in a bucket means they definitely wipe hands first. There's nothing else there. You're running through Mud Valley, and then you go eat with it. There's no clean water to wash with.
Captain January with $5 over on Rumble says, am I the only one who wants to see April and Samuel L. star in Crayons on a Ranch? Alcada with $10 says, those poor folks are probably suffering from cholera. Probably.
Which doesn't make their sewer problem any better.
No, the cholera is going to make that far worse.
What does your shit look like when you have cholera? Is it bloody and slimy?
Yeah, it's like the worst shit you can imagine.
Oh.
Think of the worst
You're
kind
just
of shit.
shitting goo.
Yeah. Courtney Harlow echoes my sentiment. I want to see what those bucket shitters look like.
I do too. Why didn't they have pictures? Why do they have to show the poor dogs?
Because they're like those Amazon rainforest tribes. They think if you get photographed, it steals your soul. So they don't.
It haunts you later.
Yeah, they don't allow it. Yeah, P.A. Cheddar says even in the 1800s they dug a hole.
That's kind of my point. Can't just some backwards farmer with a backhoe just come dig a big hole quick?
Don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern bucket shitter.
I didn't see this coming from you tonight, and I like it.
In the land of Arkansas, you don't have anything at all. And in the land of Arkansas, they shit in buckets. God. We
you
can't
got
just
no
like
toilet.
if you're the news, you can't just grab these people and just smash their faces into their own shit and go, "Stop it.
I gotta find the sewer."
Oh, God.
Oh, it's so weird that it would be healthier, but so much more off-putting if they would just go find like a manhole and shit into it.
Isn't that,
over the
hey,
grates.
A manhole, that's what got us into this problem in the first place. Hey, yo.
What if it is a gay couple?
Oh, then it's some real loose, runny shit. All right, 155.
Or it's packed tight.
155 away from knocking out tonight's goal, and about 10 minutes until we rattle the cans and see if we can knock that out. 155 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, all of those are the best ways. We take over 90% of those. Super chats and memberships, we take 70% of. Your Grammar Sucks, renewing his membership for a 10th month, says, Did you hear about Gordon Lightfoot dead at 84, just making the news? Don't you fucking dare.
I just started liking him a year ago.
Gordon Lightfoot, one of my favorite. Oh, yep, he's dead, 84 years old. Gordon Lightfoot. That's what he looked like at the end.
God. I wish you hadn't showed me that, because that's not how I pictured him.
He looks like Rip Torn in Dodgeball.
I pictured him looking more like who's the guy from Men in Black? Tommy Lee Jones. I pictured him looking more like that, not this.
Well, this was him 8 years ago.
This looks like methed out Willie Nelson, but worse.
Oh, Gordon Lightfoot.
Well, rest in peace, I guess.
Dead at 84.
Man.
Sundown, one of my favorite songs of all time. Fuck. That sucks. He was one of the best songwriters
If you could
ever.
read my mind, it's really good. Super depressing, though. Don't listen to it.
He and Croce, two of my favorites. Well, I'm prepping the morning show tonight. I'm listening to Lightfoot. What?
Get this. He died.
Yeah?
It's sundown. Thank you, Loaded Wrench.
Sundown, you better take care. The only thing that's still growing is my nails and hair.
Oh, picture this. When you die, your eyebrows are even more out of control. Yikes.
Sundown, I think it's a sin when I think I'm waking up, but I'm dying again.
God, I'm upset that you showed me.
Sundown, you'll probably seethe when you find out old Gordon can no longer breathe.
George Floyd.
Oh.
Oh, he can go party with George.
He got out of bed and he slipped in the shower and his life force expired so early. Sorry.
Too soon.
His son was in the room and he found his dad dead and it certainly did make him surly. Sorry. Because you see, those are songs that he did. Sundown, you better take care, 'cause I see the Grim Reaper creeping on my back stairs.
If you could bring me back to life, love. Kind of. You gotta have an extra word in there.
I'll do it.
You do it.
Oh.
I'm sad. I didn't want to have that news tonight. I was having too much fun.
Oh. Sundown, they all should have checked because it seemed the Grim Reaper had his knee on my neck. Oh.
It's painful. Oh.
Oh. Sundown, you should probably take a peek because when it comes to taking breaths, I'm far too weak. Poor Gordon's dead.
The body hasn't cooled yet.
He was 84 years old. 84
What time
years
did
young.
he die? Did he just die right now?
Oh, no, they're calling him Gordon 6 feet. One, two, skip to my Lou. That was fucking fantastic. Thank you, sir. Oh, did I?
Oh, man.
Oh, did I appreciate
Gordon
that one?
Heavyfoot.
Oh.
Oh.
Sundown, it's really not sweet when I wake up not in my bed but under 6 feet. He died spending time in a bottle. That's Jim Croce, you piece of shit.
This one's making me feel bad, like in the way, like when we found out Meatloaf died. Like that one sucked for me too, pretty bad. Then this sucks.
Yeah, see,
now it's gonna be when Sting dies. That's gonna really.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Because you see, that's a Meatloaf song.
Oh, really?
And,
is it?
Yes.
Boy,
oh,
boy.
man.
Now when Sting dies, that one's gonna devastate me too.
Oh. I'm very sad. This is how I process grief, you guys.
He's literally the ghost in a wishing well. He's the ghost.
If you could read my mind, love, you would what a tale my thoughts could tell.
He's dead now.
You thought I would be in an old-time movie. Now I'm a ghost in a wishing well.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
Rupert with 1999 says for Gordon Lightfoot, also Gordon going to heaven and Madonna staying on earth just proves God has rejected us. Yeah, it's kind of a rapture
Tiny
moment.
bit.
Yeah.
She's half human now, though, right?
I think she's
Most
part
of that's
cyborg.
like silicone.
Yeah, I think so.
And Botox.
Aaron, I hate Gordon Lightfoot's music. This is making me laugh. Well, then aren't I doing just a great job?
Check it out. I think his music is very well written. Some of it is so well written, it's like painful to hear, literally. Yeah. I think it's good.
$140 away from today's goal and 5 minutes away from rattling the cans and seeing if we can knock this thing out. PayPal, Streamlabs, all that stuff is the best way to do it. Super chats and memberships are the most convenient way. I understand that. 140 away is getting close, and in 5 minutes, we're going to go on the offensive here and really put the offering plate out to see if you guys want to chip in. So we have a bunch of stories left. We have a lot of time. We've also got a very kind audience member gift we haven't opened yet.
Oh, that's right.
That we will open during overtime if you're so generous.
Yes, we should knock out this goal, much like God knocked out Gordon.
Oh, man.
No more singing. You're making people sad.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry? You're not Gordon.
Oh, sundown, I think it's real strange that I got to live to an advanced age.
Did you see how bad he flinched because I went to touch him?
Dead now. Well, I
Look
get
at this. I went to...
I get hit a lot, is what happens. Police!
Just getting a hair off of you, man.
Sorry. That's my she's about to hurt me whistle. Fucking watch it. All right, so we have a bunch of good stuff coming up for the overtime period in about 5 minutes. Yeah, I hate when people say this. Michael B., God needed another singer-songwriter.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Couldn't we have taken Celine Dion first? Another Canadian.
P.A. Cheddar, Gordon Dirtfoot. Oh.
Oh, that's really bad.
Sounds like Gordon died with his toes in the water and his ass in the sand. That is not... Wait, what?
Now we're just crossing.
Now we're just crossing over. I don't really understand.
I heard he was going out with his boots on.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I heard? It ain't no Gordon Lightfoot flesh and blood. It's that damned old rodeo.
I heard God took his old jean jacket and his new sunglasses and he didn't even bother to ask.
Oh, really? Yeah. You know what I heard about Gordon Lightfoot's death? That if you see him getting smaller, don't you worry. He's in no hurry. He has the right to disappear.
I heard he dreamed of rain, lay.
You know, before Gordon died, God whispered in his ear, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
God, that was...
Sorry.
I heard he died because he kept singing Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Shaft says now he's Gordon Bluefoot.
Oh, no. Ew.
Hobo chili recipe with $4.99 says, Jesus, would you like a number to a battered women's shelter in Minnesota? Blink twice if she beats you.
Who is that?
That's from our good buddy Hobo chili recipe.
Oh, yeah. I really did. Like, you had a hair here from Gordy.
A fucking
Not
dog,
that
man.
Gordon, of course.
No, that one's dead.
I went to brush it off, and he's like...
1-2 skip to my Lou says $20 for the funny. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Andrew says
Thank
the
you.
sexual tension is insane.
I know, he never wants to fuck.
I'm going to abuse fucker. No, because of your abuse, I'm going to fuck you. That sounded wrong. I believe it's been less than 24 hours since my last sex. Thank you very much. Yeah, you saying I don't want to fuck is really helping.
Oh, we fuck like bunnies, okay? We've had like 6 kids and not told any of you about it.
Quite frankly, too much. Too much. It's a problem.
It's raw.
115 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. Oh, there's our buddy Softcast. Softcast, who's come back to our program to be a giant fan of Steel Toe once again. He's even told his win by 2 buddy, hey, stop being a phony. Daddy's welcome you back into his embrace. Bend the knee. All will be fine. Softcast says this has been a fun show. You're goddamn fucking right.
I think
it
so.
has.
Thank you.
Between hillbillies shitting in buckets and Gordon Lightfoot parodies, what more could you want out of a
These
program?
cans look phenomenal tonight.
They do, and your tits look phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yes. April, are you aware that your husband is sexually active? Says Stevie J.
I do seem to notice that we run out of lotion quite frequently. I can't keep Kleenexes in the house.
Yes. Zen Rhino says, let's meet the goal so it can get even better. Well, shit. I mean, what are we at now? 115? Man, shit. 115 ain't nothing.
Shit.
We can knock out 115 in our sleep. Are you kidding? So we got a woman hospitalized after butt injections. I love those stories because these stupid whores go to get cheap plastic surgery and they get exactly what they deserve.
Who are you, Chad Zuma?
We've got
stupid whores.
We've got a family demanding change after the police shot their golden doodle in the face.
Oh no!
We've got some dumb shithead cocky kid going to a Laker game. and getting picked for one of those like on-court shooting contests.
Yeah, of course.
Totally does not understand the fucking concept and looks like a shitbag. I love it.
Okay.
We also have a 7th grader saving a school bus full of children when he had to hit the brakes when his school bus driver passed the fuck out.
I
which
like
is
those
wonderful.
stories.
And a woman has a full-on tantric orgasm during a performance of Tchaikovsky's Fifth at the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra. And it was actually
It was
April.
me. I had a vacation this weekend.
She was fingering herself.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Remarkable.
Just magic.
Just screaming.
I was drinking April's Magic Bean at the time.
Rocky Paboa says, April, that side-eye is money. You fucking side-eye me? Did you side-eye me?
I do have a really good side eye.
Don't you side-eye boy me? Or don't you... Oh, fuck, I fucked the line up.
Don't you side eye boy me?
Don't you side-eye me, boy. Don't you side-eye me, boy. I'll skull fuck the shit out of you.
I think you have to hit the gay bell.
Is that American History X, or did I inject that into the prison guard's dialogue?
Right into your anus.
I will skull fuck you. I thought he said that. I could be wrong. All right, guys, let's fire up that music. We're 115 away. Let's knock out the rest of this goal. Blow the train whistle, as it were. All right. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships, Venmo. Here we go.
I have a big package to open if we hit
April's
this
got
overtime.
a giant package to open. 1:15 away. Otherwise, we got to wrap this thing up in 5 minutes. But 1:15, very doable for this program. Streamlabs, PayPal. Let's do this thing. The patented Royce Lopez, $5 hype train. Patty B Cakes with $10 says, love you guys.
Aww.
Thank you, Patty B Cakes.
Thank you, dear.
Appreciate it. That means 105. Definitely. Striking donuts. Striking distance.
It's like 5
for
strokes
this
for you
program.
tonight.
I've been stroking out like crazy tonight. Thank you, Patty
okay?
B Cakes. I feel like I'm gonna make it. I feel strong.
We're going to test your strength later.
Alex Bernal with $5 says, April, blow that whistle. We're absolute whores on this program.
Oh, no.
There you go.
I've never blown it before.
Isolate that.
Not that one.
Isolate that.
I've never blown that one before.
Barry Watson says, here's my donation. Oof. There's our buddy Barry. It's not a show unless Barry
hello.
gives us an oof.
Barry.
$100 away, an even hundo. That's going to be pretty easy, guys. Everybody jump in. PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chats. You've got it. We are 3 minutes away from hammering this thing out. Let's do it. Let's go on a rally. There's all the links in the chat. Go ahead and make your contribution as we pass around the offering plate. This is like, this is like old Catholic Mass.
By the way,
Only we don't have sex with Uranus.
that offering plate, somebody out in like Maine or something is offering to actually make us a custom one with steel toe in it.
Okay.
So it is in the works. It's pretty cool.
All right. As Zen Rhino says, finger bang the donations. There you go. Kyle W. with $5. Yul Gibbons with $5 says, Striking Donuts was the name of my band in high school. Oh, wonderful.
Thanks, guys.
All right, boys and girls, an even 90 away to knocking this thing out. Let's go on a rally. Let's do it. Streamlabs, PayPal,
Smash
Super
it.
Chats, memberships. Hit the like button if you can't do any of that. Subscribe to the channel if you can't do any of that. Let's do this thing. Guys, we got 2 minutes left. Let's get after it. 90 away. Gotta hit that goal to keep Steel Toe healthy. Otherwise, we'll jot it down and hopefully knock it out Friday at the end of the week. But let's do this thing.
We can do it. Come on.
Come on now, boys and girls.
I want to tear into that package so bad.
One way or the other, a package is getting torn into tonight. $90 away. And 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. Streamlabs, PayPal, those are the quickest ways to get it done. Super Chats, memberships, it all counts. We are light on it tonight, guys. We got to move. We got to get this thing done.
Smash it like it's your half brother.
Yes, exactly. Like you're Spanish and you're fucking your dad's daughter. Michael Arnold with $10 says, is it too late to swipe Lori Lightfoot for Gordon? Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I think
that would have been great. They took the wrong one.
I think we missed our chance. All right, guys, 85 away. Let's do this thing. Keeping Steel Toe going, keeping it moving forward, and making haters upset. That's the other good thing, good reason to do this.
They hate me so much.
All right, guys, 1 minute away. Don't make them right about us. 1 minute away from knocking this thing out. Come on now. Who's going to come to the rescue here? We need it from all of you. Everybody. Oh, no. Looks like we might be ending tonight's show early. 85 away. This sucks a dick.
You guys.
All right. 35 seconds to go. I'm going to keep my eye on the clock. You guys all start chipping in. Get her moving. There's all the links right there in the chat. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats. Let's do it. We're running out of time. 25 seconds left.
I wanted to get to the butt injections.
Well, we might not get to any more stories tonight. It might be a failure here on Steel Toe.
I'm sorry I wasn't here.
15 seconds to go. 10 left. We're going to hit refresh after all of this is done and see where we end up. 5 seconds left. I'm watching the clock. And time's up. Let's see where we ended up. We're going to, they're saying the iconic hands-on face of MSO. Perhaps. All right, let's hit refresh and see what happened. $20 coming in from Ethan.
That helps.
All right, 65 away.
Thank you, sir.
That means we missed doing it on credit by $15.
Well, you guys
Sorry,
better
guys.
be extra lovey for the boys in the
oh,
morning.
nope, I'm sorry. Biden crime family with $40. Oh, I was wrong.
Man.
25 away, so we are doing overtime tonight. We've got that 25 left to get through in the next half hour. It is a draw with MSO. It is a push. It could become his victory if we don't knock this out in the next half hour. Boy, that one went right down to the line. Loaded Wrench with $5 says pours.
Had me sweating.
And now we're $20 away. You know, it was close, but what the?
You were talking to her and you said
I have no idea what's playing right now.
Do I have voices in my head again?
There's nothing that's playing at the moment.
Well, no, there's literally something playing at the moment. There's not nothing.
I see nothing. This is the Jerry Seinfeld clip that we played yesterday.
There's nothing.
There's nothing playing.
Do you have your phone hooked up? Is it your phone?
My phone doesn't have that up.
You don't have a show on or anything?
There is something playing in the background.
You do have to think about that, but you know,
it's
just
on this one. It's amazing to that's our show.
Third party guy stick his nose into this interview between two people.
I swear to God.
Literally
and then Jerry
you.
Seinfeld goes, "Yeah, we already covered that when we talk to each other."
That's
this is an A and B conversation, you fat fuck.
Like, this is someone doing internet
Listen to
reactionary
Steel Toe,
stuff.
it's
Only
funny.
the thing you're reacting to is right in front of you live. It's like, no, you don't.
That's
They'll go,
Johnny.
Hey, so you know that interview you did? I have a
guys,
question about who gives.
I'm telling you right now, I have no idea where this is coming from.
Are you playing the morning show right now somewhere?
I'm playing the morning show somewhere.
Do you have a YouTube window open?
You know what? I've got the video editing program open, and this morning's show is on there.
Oh, you tardo bean.
There we go.
Oh.
You guys missed a banger this morning, by the way.
How do you know they missed it?
You just heard some of it. KJ Fury with $5 says Lori Lightfoot is a reanimated corpse. Thank you, buddy. 15 away.
Thank you.
From knocking it out tonight. We've got your overtime on credit right now to knock out the rest. They're telling me that I snipe streamed myself.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is the Steel Toe multiverse. There was a hole got ripped in the
Ew.
time-space continuum.
Now they have fishers.
Michael with $5
Thank you.
over on PayPal. Thank you
Jeez.
very much, buddy. And now just like that, just $10 away from knocking it out. Never mind, we knocked out our goal today. Turtle gifting 5
Aw.
Steel Toe memberships. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
And you did it 3 minutes into overtime. Appreciate that. All right. We are good now. Everything is updated. Thank you guys very, very much. Larry Lee, John Jamingo, Albatrax, Onion Sinclair, Rocky Paboa, all gifted memberships. Brian says you had a mud toe moment.
A
little
mud
bit.
toe?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Brias, well, the mud shark, because he
But that just means you only fuck black men, right?
He doesn't know that. He thinks it's a cool nickname. Leave him alone. Brias says, gift me one, dang it. No, it's based on how much you watch the program. So, they literally go in order of watch time.
I know Bree's been around for a while. Keep with it. You'll get one.
Yeah, you'll. Oh, you have to activate it too.
Activate it. The 3 little buttons up there.
Yeah.
That doesn't help much, does it? 3 little buttons.
Go to the button that says join.
Okay.
Hit 3 little buttons on that notification, and then enable. Go to settings and then enable gifted memberships. Somebody said you do have the best audience. We do. They've been keeping us on the air for 2.5 years now.
I know.
With this shit. So,
honestly, God bless you guys.
They've kept April out of the fucking factory for 2.5 years and kept me off the car lot. We do appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. All right. Let's do. Why don't you go get that packaging, and then I'll do the Lakers story.
Go get that packaging.
Get package. Go get the thing. Get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Oh, very nice. I like your tits. Thank you for showing them to me off camera. It's very sweet of you. And we don't get a strike. And I'm hard. All right. Let's watch Cooper, a 13-year-old Laker fan who got to go on the court. And he was in a contest. In this the whole point of this contest was try to score 10 points in 30 seconds. That means shoot some threes, hit some twos, some jumpers, some layups, whatever. This dumb fucking asshole kid, and this made me so happy, didn't listen to the Lakers host, didn't listen to the instructions of the game, nothing. He just wanted to pop his collar and work the crowd and be a fucking TikTok kid to the point where he made a complete asshole of himself in front of God and everybody. I love this.
Cooper, we put 30 seconds on the clock. All you got to do is score 10 points. You ready? Born ready. He's born ready.
You hear that? He says, I was born ready. I got this shit. Get away from me, you haggard old bitch. Here he goes. Remember, he's got to score 10 points in 30 seconds.
On your mark, get set, go, Cooper. Go for it. You're on the clock. Oh, Cooper's putting the ball down. From the crowd. Fans, make some noise for Cooper.
He's a fucking idiot.
Show for us. Cooper, you've got 15 seconds to score those 10 points.
Oh, wait a minute. He's an arrogant shithead. So you see the different point values on the court?
Yeah.
The one he's standing on is 10. So either he doesn't understand how the game works, or he's such hot shit that he's going to shoot that 1 10-point shot.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm going to let the clock run down to fucking 0, homie. Check out how fucking... Oh, now I'm even happier about this.
And look at all these hot women dancing around this kid not doing anything.
Yeah, so this little shitbag this little 13-year-old fuckhead is sitting there being a cocky little shit and thinking he's just going to go, yeah, come on, crowd, let's cheer you. I only need 1 shot. Ugh.
Fans, make some noise for Cooper. He's got 8 seconds to make those 10 points. Cooper, you've got 5 seconds.
I hate this kid.
I am so happy that you failed.
I actually almost wanted to high five you. I'm so gay about how much I liked that.
All he had to do, a layup and 3 free throws in 30 seconds.
Be exciting. You're not fun to watch now.
Oh, gross, Cooper! But you're still going home with a Lakers fan, Pat. Great job. For more information on Camp Lakers, presented by UCLA.
More funny if the
Health
girls
and
don't want to take the picture.
And the girls are like, no, we can't be seen
We
with
can't
you.
be seen with you.
You fucking loser. Ugh. I like that. I like when people are just being little shitbags. And they just and they're like, yeah, I'm going to wait till there's no time left. And then fucking clang. Perfect. He's Rexstart parody account. I was trying to figure out who he looks like. The third Mahomes brother.
Kind of, yeah.
He and Jackson would get along great.
Von Kaiser, please message me. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Von Kaiser, you got some prizes or something.
I can't find you.
All right. Guys.
Keep that off there.
Yeah, we're going to keep this off of here. This was sent to us by someone in Zen's family.
Yes.
I don't know if they want us using the name or not. Zen, I'll let you decide that.
Has to do with the coffee.
Has to do with the coffee.
I'm very excited to see these.
We're going to open this up.
I've had a teaser of what it is already.
There we go.
There's one for each of us.
There's one for each of us.
Oh,
so
sure. Give me the broken part.
There's April's.
Oh, this one says white. And yours says black.
Well, then I want this one. I don't want you having the black.
Look at that.
You know what? You're right. You do need to go in and fuck with the camera because it's doing that thing where it turns dark again.
Oh, shit.
So do you remember
what?
Yeah, do you remember what you had to do back in the day?
I will test it out.
To fix that? Yeah. All right.
What does that mean?
Look at that. Oh, wow. Nice work. We got some, an engraved.
Well, that's fun.
Steel toe tumbler.
Wait, why is yours white? Why is mine white and yours just black? They're the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the same. I don't believe one is white and one is black.
No, they're both black.
I don't know. You guys
Yeah, you're right. The thing is fucking up.
Yeah. Camera's fucking up, guys. Sorry. We're going to fix that.
These are very cool, though. Thank you.
Do you want to fix the camera and then I'll prep the show for tomorrow, or do you want to do it the other way around?
I'd like to fix the camera first.
All right.
You can have a snack or something.
I'll go have a little
I'm
snacky
hungry.
or
You
play
make
a
me
game
food?
play a game of Madden or something like that.
I have naughty thoughts for food.
No, you know what I'll do? I will finish the rise and fall of WCW.
Damn it.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Zen and family.
Oh, there he is. He's in the chat. Patrick, thank you very much. These are Patrick's. Was there any link or any place people could go?
He's saying these are just empty. Oh, yep. Right there.
There we go. All right, perfect. Patrick Johnston, custom laser work. You know what? This isn't Pat Johnston 819 at gmail.com. Let's put that information in the chat here. Pat Johnston 819 at gmail.com.
I can't wait to drink my new coffee out of this.
There you go. If you guys want some laser engraving done, if you want some tumblers to go with your steel toe coffee, which will be on sale probably this week, go ahead and email right there in the chat, patjohnston819 at gmail.com. And during the big show in the morning, Pat, we'll put that out there as well, because we want to make sure that the big audience gets that too.
Oh, the camera was fine for 5 seconds and then it went blurry.
Yeah, you're going to have to do what you did before.
Oh, shit.
No big deal. My hair's even falling apart. Look at me. What a greasy...
Mine too. I'm awful tonight.
What a greasy fuck. All right. I'm really excited about this story because I love it when these shallow whores... you know what? You got to take out the auto zoom, because as soon as you threw that up there, autofocus. Because as soon as you threw that up there,
I bet we could do it right now, real quick.
the camera tried to. You don't want me controlling it. We'll do it.
No, it's a button. You click the autofocus off.
I just go right into here.
Go to
configure video.
I think so.
Think I can do it right now?
Go to camera control.
Camera control.
Autofocus. Oh, it's not on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good, because the autofocus is what I figured that was.
So we have no idea what's going on.
That's why I think we should is there a way to just restart the camera? Like to just shut it off and then turn it back on?
We can go back to the defaults and you can fuck with it if you want to, but now we're boring people. All right. I love it when these shallow hoes decide that they want nicer tits and a nicer ass and all this other stuff, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. They don't want to spend a fortune on their butt lift. They don't want to spend a fortune on their new tits. I mean, perish the thought. So they decide to take a trip to a third world country, or they could be taking a trip to, trip anywhere really, where they're going to go, hey, $2,500, we'll do a Brazilian butt lift for you. And they go, oh, that's great. And then they come home and they go, hey, wait a minute. Why does it feel like I have gravel in my ass? And they go, oh, well, that's because for $2,500, we put gravel in your ass for a Brazilian butt lift.
And you have a cement butt.
I absolutely love it. We have another one of those stories from a woman in Atlanta. I almost said Africa. That was just me profiling for the story.
I like how you and I immediately with the boxes went white and black profiling too.
Does it not look better now?
It does. That's why I'm worried that if I go in there and change anything, that one day it would have been fine, but now I fucked with it and it's not fine anymore.
Someone's saying get a new, better camera. We did. We did.
This was an upgrade.
This was a great camera.
Upgrade.
Tell you what, guys. Left-handed says it looks good. Maybe we went in and we fixed it somehow. I don't know. We'll see.
No, when you stare at it, it's like being drunk when things come in and out of focus like this.
So it's doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, something got fucked up when the power went out. We'll figure it out. Okay. This is butt injections gone wrong. I love when this happens.
I was shaking. I was crying so terribly.
I was right. Sorry. I was right when I mispronounced Atlanta the first time.
The nurse was like, calm down. I was just like, what have I done to myself?
How funny, the person who got a bad butt lift's name is Cooley. Oh,
She ain't cooling no more.
Natasha Dumper ended up with a bad Brazilian butt lift. How about stop injecting shit into your ass? Either you got blessed with a good one, God bless, or you got blessed with a shitty one. You either got to work on it or develop a personality.
Check it out. You can go to the gym and put some meat on that ass, like instantly. Like, do your fucking squats. It'll lift everything, and it's gonna be nice.
Why do that when you can get an EBT butt lift and they can just shoot goo into your ass?
How about no?
A goo.
I don't want to go get a butt lift from somewhere that takes EBT.
I've done to myself.
The injuries are too graphic to
defiled
show, but the images offer a blurry look at the price of pretty.
Okay, no, wait a minute. They're going to blame this on like plastic surgery, this and that. Please tell me that she went to like an accredited institution and they fucked this up. Or are you going to tell me that she took her ass into her own hands by going to a discount place and, well, it bit her in the ass?
Oh, did it?
Frankly, yes.
October 2022, Shantia Cooley saw injections for the perfect bum. The 49-year-old did not want it bigger, just
49.
smoother.
You're 49 and you're getting a butt lift? It's fucking over.
Why do you care at 49 if it's not good anymore?
Don't go get your butt lifted at 49. You shouldn't even get it done at 30.
You know what you do? When you're my age, you keep going to the gym. You started now, so it can stay nice, and you just keep going, woman.
If you're 39 or 49, you don't get a butt lift. You get a 6-figure job so you can attract a man that way. I mean, sure, he'll be lazy and play video games all day and get really, really fat, but at least maybe you'll get fucked.
Doesn't everybody like just sitting around like that?
It's wonderful.
It's helped me with the cellulite, injecting it here.
After the procedure, not only was she still left with the cellulite,
You
the
look at the
mom
shape.
had issues much worse.
Henry County 911. My mom, she just recently had surgery on her butt.
How about you had to call 911 and tell them that?
Oh, that's fun.
I love that.
And it looks infected. And she can't walk or anything.
Her ass be all infected and shit.
Medical records detail Piedmont Henry doctors found sepsis in her bloodstream.
Oh,
Sepsis
God.
can lead to organ failure and death.
Yeah.
You got sepsis ass from your fucking Mexican butt lift.
Dude,
Good
they
job.
fucking like injected some E. coli bullshit into her ass, and now it's...
There's a reason it was cheap.
Oh.
Recalls the doctor determined the cause, butt injections gone wrong.
They kept me. I stayed in hospital for a week, actually.
Texan Payment Plans confirmed she got the procedure done by Von Seal Daniel at...
Oh, come on!
Okay.
You had fake eyebrow bitch do your butt stuff? No.
Look at her bio. Spa owner, skincare specialist, mentor.
Right. No. You
Mentor.
should have known. Hey, I can give you a great... The minute I'm like, hey, I want plastic surgery done on any part of my body, and they go, hey, I can do it on the cheap. No. How much is it? It's $15,000 for it to look really good. Well, it's either I don't have that right now, I guess I ain't getting plastic surgery, or, all right, fuck yeah, let's do it. It's worth it.
Same thing applies to tattoos. Oh, God, my buddy does them right out of his basement. He can really get you a good one. No. Save your money and go get a good one.
He's on parole, and he's not supposed to be owning needles, but you get the idea.
Chaotic Von Beauty Bar. The College Park business advertises medical procedures from bum fillers to lipo. But according to state records, the business and its owner have no medical license.
What? You mean you went to an unlicensed beauty bar to get your butthole worked on, and it didn't go the way you thought it would? Oh, I can't. Who could have saw that coming except everybody?
So I guess that explains why I ended up in the hospital.
In Georgia, it is a felony crime to perform unlicensed medical work. Adding insult, board-licensed plastic surgeon Dr. Nirav Patel explains,
Peel Pack label has an expiration date.
in order to even get these FDA-approved injectables, you have to be credentialed, meaning unlicensed workers often rely on black market or altered product.
Right. Yep. So they're using shit that you're not supposed to be putting in your body because it could probably cause things like, I don't know, sepsis.
And not only that, they are only doing this because, get this, they don't have the paperwork to get the real shit.
This is like when I see somebody get scammed, like a crypto scam or something like that, and I'm like, I don't feel bad for you, dude. You blew past every warning sign that was there because you wanted this to be true. I mean, there's that little voice in your head, that little instinct voice you have that goes, dude, this is not a good deal. This sounds too good to be true. There's got to be a catch, and they haven't told you what it is yet.
Right.
It's probably going to be they're going to do a shitty job.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that voice every time.
Shantia believes she was getting hyaluronic acid filler in her bum. Dr. Patel argues it's unlikely.
It's a combination of blood, possibly pus or like infected fluid. So that's not normal at all. The typical inflammation that one mounts when you have fake stuff injected.
Data from the National Institute of Health illustrates a 25% death rate and a 50% hospitalization rate for injection injuries by unlicensed providers.
Oh,
You got a 1 in 4 chance of dying.
You have a 50% chance of hospitalization. Why are you doing that at those odds?
Because it was cheaper. And I really need, this is some Sodom and Gomorrah shit. This is like some 7 deadly sins, like vanity shit.
Look at all the options on this pie chart here. Hospitalization, death, amputation, burn, ptosis, and scarring. That is not worth it, guys.
But the agency notes the number is likely significantly underreported. After Atlanta News First started asking questions, the Georgia Medical Composite Board opened an investigation. As a regulatory agency, it typically suspends or revokes licenses, but enforcement gets complicated when a facility does not have a medical license.
What's a vajacial? Buttock enhancement, Brazilian waxing, vajacial.
I'm gonna guess.
A load of cum on your puss?
I'm gonna get so Brazilian waxing, you have it all waxed off down there, right? So
yeah, a vajacial.
I'm guessing that once you've had it waxed, you put all those different types of masks on, like your down there lips and all that stuff to make it extra soft and supple.
This
and
is
all
the
that.
woman you thought was going to give you good
Yeah.
butt injections. A woman who uses the term vajacial.
That's not a medical term, I don't think.
To begin with, like the case of Chaotic Von Beauty, where allegations remain twofold.
You know what? You deserve it. If you call this person and go, I trust you with injecting chemicals into my body, you deserve whatever result you get.
Also, I'm having this thought. She didn't get her work done at her own place. She definitely went somewhere good first.
I've got Dr. Patel or I have Chaotic Von with a K. Who am I going to trust with my ass? I think I'll spend
your life will be chaotic after.
I think I'll spend the extra $7,000 on Dr. Patel. Thank you very much.
Owner offers the medical services here locally while also offering sessions across the country to train others. When we reached out to Von Seal Daniel about the allegations, the owner's only reply, can you provide the names of the consumers?
Miss Vaughn?
After she stopped responding, we showed up to the business. It appeared empty inside. So we called.
We want to talk to Miss Von Seal because there's no record that she has a medical license, yet she's offering medical services. Is this Miss Von Seal?
Which service is that? Yes, which service are you speaking on?
The butt injections.
Okay, so we do have nurses on staff, and we also, I have phlebotomist license, and I also am an esthetician. What is the issue, ma'am?
Where are you licensed at? Where are these licenses coming from? Are they in the state of Georgia? What states?
We're currently Florida licensed, but we're getting everything transferred now.
You yourself.
My lawyer told me to ask you which clients, because all of our clients have NDAs, forms, and they also...
That's good. You have your clients sign NDAs. You know what?
That's why they're underreported, too.
You know why, all plastic surgeons, when they do work on people, they always go, hey, don't tell any of your friends.
Right, don't tell them that I gave you that nice set of tits.
Yeah.
Really?
When people ask who gave you your tits, don't you dare say my name.
If I had a nice set of tits I came home with, I'm telling everybody, right?
Save their rights and all that good
Oh, babe, you come home with a nice set of tits every night.
You mean it?
I do.
I'm going to fuck you so good.
Oh,
I'm just kidding, guys. PG here.
That's all it takes when they're easy.
It's gross.
Up there. So which client are you speaking on?
I'm confused. You say your clients have NDAs and they waive all their rights to get procedures from you?
We told her she needed an actual medical license to perform this work. She claimed she had nurses on staff. Atlanta News First found no documentation to substantiate any of it.
Okay. Well, she hung up.
As for Shantia, she cautions others to do what she did not.
Now, wait a minute. How are you not, liable? How can this woman not just go to this business and shut it down and get whatever money they have?
I bet they don't have any. They offer discount services.
That's
how are
true.
they paying anyone?
They offer discount ass injections. What? I'm the
They don't
idiot
have
there.
any kind of money, yeah.
Yeah,
But
this is where y'all can come to get your butt injections, your facials, your vajacials, and your weaves done, honey.
Don't go to a strip mall shop either to get
Right.
your butt injections done. Go to what do we have here in town that does tits and stuff at that Mid Soda place or whatever?
Mid Soda.
It is a standalone big building that does just that.
standalone fruit.
It's where my honey got his done.
Yeah, it's where my tits got done. Mr. Monkeypox says, of course it was legit. It said badonkadonk juice right on the label. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Left-handed says, and they managed to advertise their building as if it were official. Right, they put the butt injection thing right on there.
How do you get to say vajacial on your fucking window?
I'm not getting my ass work done anywhere where it says vajacial.
I get my ass work done at the gym, thank you.
Exactly. Loaded Wrench says 1995 should have been a red flag.
Seriously. And they had 30% off sale.
Yeah.
No.
You would think that
Probably
would have been
not.
all the warning that they needed. But hey, some lessons are learned the hard way.
No, it needs to be like the movie Bad Teacher where she goes in, then that'll be $5,000, please. We accept all major credit cards.
Yeah.
It needs to be something. I have to assume if it's not expensive, it's not getting done well, right?
I think when it comes to plastic surgery, save up for the expensive stuff or don't get it done.
It's the same thing I said with tattoos. I don't care who you are. You say oh God, I got this done for so cheap. It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's going to be infected.
You gotta, get it done expensive or don't get it
Save
done.
up if you really want something done and go do it right.
The Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra was performing Tchaikovsky's Fifth, which is kind of, I'm sure, a very popular one amongst classical music fans.
Yeah.
But apparently some woman was a really big music fan, a super big fan of orchestra. In fact, such a big fan, she couldn't contain herself. Now, at classical music concerts, you're not supposed to make noise while they're playing. You're not supposed to be like, yeah, fucking do it, free bird, That's not something you do. Yeah, that's not something you do at orchestra.
I've been in band. I understand.
Yeah. You certainly aren't supposed to come loudly.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
In the middle of the concert. This is audio taken from the LA Times at the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra and their performance of Tchaikovsky's Fifth. You guys tell me what this sounds like. That sounds like the TMZ sounder.
Orgasm at the orchestra.
Yes. Here we go.
That, my friends, is either somebody nutting mercilessly or they're dying.
Yeah.
You have to pick one, though.
That could be two things. That could be a woman having an orgasm, or it could be
a dude for sure.
It could be an old woman breaking her hip. No, that was not a dude.
That was a woman?
That was a woman.
That sounded deep.
Yeah, that's a chick. I love how the music broke just in time to hear that woman make noises. Either someone was getting finger popped during the orchestra or somebody had a very serious injury just happened to them trying to get out of their seat.
They're starting to have a heart attack or something.
Yeah. Somebody is either in really good or really terrible condition.
Right, but there is no in between.
There's no in between.
You have to pick one. That's it.
One more time. I mean, what else could it be?
They are fucking giving her.
The concert goer was watching the Philharmonic crank out Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony at Walt Disney Concert Hall when she apparently became sexually aroused. One witness seated near the woman told the Times, quote, "I saw the girl after it had happened. and I assume that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing and her partner was smiling and looking at her
Ew.
like in an effort to not shame her. It was quite beautiful.
No, it wasn't.
Another attendee tweeted the woman was having a loud and full-body orgasm to the sound of the music, and the band carried on. A third person said the woman's apparent moment of pleasure was wonderfully timed to a romantic swell in the melodies.
You don't say that word.
He added, one can't know exactly what happened, but it seemed very clear from the sound that it was an expression of pure physical joy. I mean, she was very happy.
I kind of want a sound drop of that.
I know. Michael B.
Victor.
says, I dated a first chair cello player in college, and after a recital, she would come home so horny.
I will say this much. When I was in band, like, my all-time crush at the time was also in band, and I was extremely horny after a band concert.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
It didn't work out. Don't worry.
Do you think they had to steam clean that chair before the next performance?
Okay.
Had to. Yule Gibbons with $2 says, Orgasm at the Orchestra was my band name in high school. Thank you very much, buddy. And that's where we're going to leave it this evening. I hope you guys had a good time for overtime. After all, you bought it. Thank you very much for your generosity, and thank you for supporting this show and keeping it on the air. April, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you to Gino Bisconti for calling in today as well. And thank you to Bob Levy for the breaking news he gave us just before the start of the show. Maybe we'll have some audio of that on tomorrow's morning show.
Maybe.
A felony threat of bodily harm.
That guy. Look, you keep saying, oh, April hates this, and I do. But, like, you know that I can understand the humor in it, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, for me, these people are always just very much like a case study.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching it, just a character study here, and you are so dumb to put that shit on air.
Well, I tell you what, guys, April's going to go fix the cameras right now. I'm going to go finish the rise and fall of WCW, and then I'm going to put together a banger of a show for you tomorrow with Johnny. April, thank you very much.
Thanks again.
And we will talk to you again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central Time. Subscribe to the channel and hit like if you haven't already. Good night, everyone.